recording. I don't need to record. Live. It looks like. Fantastic. Oh, add a seat. I'm sorry. LJ, now you should be able to join. I'm sorry, I didn't click on add a seat there.
Cool. Alright.
Does it show? Oh, there we go. It was saying offline for me, and I had no idea why. But
Why are you offline, Dustin?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll go ahead and hit start. At the end of this, guys, at the end of this playtest, I'm going to send you all a link to a Google form. Ashley has put together one so that we're not sitting here just me asking you questions. Sometimes that can be valuable. So the sort of the basic set of questions I ask everyone, I'm going to send you a link to fill out a form for that at the end of this, when I've ended the stream and everything. But when we get to the end of the playtest, feel free to give me any sort of general feedback, any comments, anything you think could be used tweaking, anything like that. During the playtest, save those type of comments for the end. If you have a question about, like, okay, Francisco, what do I do here? I'm confused about this rule. Anything like that, by all means ask during the playtest. But just sort of comments of like, I don't like how this guy's haircut looks on this pixel art. Change that. Then save that for the end. And you're welcome to give me feedback like that. That's fine. I may not utilize that, but that's good for me to know. Let me know. I'm seeing everyone's hands moving, so I think everyone's in. Is everyone seeing the game? Yep.
I'm definitely using Firefox because Chrome did not like.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So now it's all good compared to last time.
All right, so let me do a little welcome spiel to the stream. Welcome, Rewinders and board game lovers. If you're a fan of board games from current day or from the past, you're a fan of movies from the 80s and 90s, or just someone who's looking to make new friends in an online community or forge deeper friendships with the friends you already have there, then this is the stream for you. My name is Francisco, and today I'm joined by my friends Dustin, Valendro, and LJ to playtest Junkyard Juggernauts, a game I'm designing that is a fantasy mech. I don't know if you call it a boss battler. In a way it is. It's like design your own mech and battle bosses. I guess we'll go with that. So I know some of the rules have changed, guys, since the last time any of you have played, and certainly since you've not played LJ, here's the breakdown of Junkyard Juggernauts. Okay. Notepad++. And I'm going to be reading off of, I'm starting to actually write the official rules, so I'm going to be reading off those once it loads, because apparently it wants to be all like, I'm going to wait to load. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Welcome to Galmany. In this land, you will find magic, mechs, and a splash of mystery. We are heirs to the throne, and you can see what character you're playing as. There's Malcolm, there's Saffron, Hobart, and Riviera, and we're heirs to the throne of Galmany, each possessing a connection with one of the 4 elemental magics. And because of this, your parents have assigned Dauburn to be your tutor in the antiquated craft of mageneering, combining magic and machine. Antiquated, that is, until today, when the warlord attacked. So with Galmany's cities controlled, which we'll express here by putting out one of these cards. So the warlord has put a junk golem on the city of Swift, as well as the water city of Port Powers. He's also in control of Ray's Hutch, that jerk. Putting junk golems everywhere, and also the city of Headstone. So with him, I messed up there. Where's my mouse? With him controlling these cities as well as abducting our parents, the Dauburn, our tutor, has done the only thing he thinks would give us any hope, That is bringing us to the Galmany Junkyard, expressed by all these pile of cards down here. So what our goal is going to be in this game is we're in the junkyard. We're going to be pulling we're going to be pulling cards that are going to be each card is utilized in 4 different ways, and I'll show examples of that here. So if you look at this card in the middle of the board, this 6, you can always hover over any card and press spacebar to bring it up big in your display. So for instance, with this card, it's used in 4 different ways. The first way, which the primary way we're going to be using it as we dig through the junkyard, is the power level. So each of these cards has a power from 2 to 10, much like a poker deck. So for instance, this one is a power level of 6. So you could use it as the top part of this card shows the legs. So you could use it as your legs of 6 power plus another leg would be your speed. Or you could use it as the lower part as arms. And this arm would have a arm power of 6. And then you couple that with another arm and you get your overall attack strength. So that's one way, the power level of these cards. And we're going to, as we draw, we're going to have 6 cards essentially in our hand after we draw through the junk pile to be able to construct our mech or a juggernaut. So it's used that way. Another way it's used is on the right hand side. There's a potion icon or a bottle icon. Those potions are used in combat essentially to either dispel an action. Let's say the warlord or the main guy that we're going to have to defeat. Let's say the warlord is attacking you, and it's gonna kill you if you don't do something. Well, one thing you can do to mitigate that damage is to use a potion to dispel that attack. And so you say, I'm going to burn this card as a potion, and it dispels the attack. Or on the opposite end, let's say you're like invested, you have built up this great attack strategy and you want to make sure it gets through, but the warlord uses a dispel. So what? Now I've wasted all that. You can actually use a potion of your own to overpower a dispel. So the potions are used in this like push and pull or push your luck element of like, how much do I want to commit to either making sure something's dispelled or overpowered? Because the more you use, the more potions it'll take to have your effect go through or have your opposing effect blocked. So that's what the potions are for. Finally, on the left, there's this A with it looks like a green boomerang, but with the white, it's supposed to be an A. So that stands for amplify. So each of these cards has an amplification effect, which you will play amplifies at right before you take an action, usually attacking. So for instance, this amplify effect would be overdrive. So you get a speed bonus of ×2. And speed comes into play. That gives you more options in combat. And then the final thing to say about these cards is above the word overdrive, there's a sword and a shield icon. If you see a card like this with just the sword icon, that means you can only use this amplify effect right before you take an action on your turn. If it's on a shield, then you can use it when you are defending. Like, so if I'm being attacked by the warlord, if I'm being attacked by the warlord, then you can use it then. You don't have to wait for your next action in order to use it. So I might want to use this overdrive effect because if I have higher speed, I can absorb damage as opposed to just taking it. So any questions about these, the 4 uses of these cards?
Makes sense to me.
Okay, awesome. Another element to keep in mind when these cards happen, or when you use these cards for the amplify effect. So let's say Dustin had this card and he wanted to use it as overdrive. So he plays this card out. Hey guys, I'm increasing my speed. So he just amplified the earth element because this is a green card. So green colors earth, red colors fire, blue colors water, and purple colors is wind. So Dustin played this card, and it amplified Earth. So if you have an Earth limb, or you're the Earth Mageneer, you would get to take a die for each of those limbs, and then you would get to roll it. Because essentially, when an card is played as an amplify, it sends out that sort of magic is amplified across all of Galmany. So any limbs that are attuned with that will get to have their own amplification, and that's represented by these dice. So you'll get to roll however many dice you have. You'll pick your best result, and the options you'll get on these are: you could get an extra potion for just that battle. You could get let me flip it instead. You could get +2 to your HP. You could just draw an extra amplify card. You could get +4 to HP. You could get +5 to attack strength. Or you could get a disable on your limb, which means it'd be out of commission for just that battle. So those are so there's one negative effect, the rest are positive. So that is those cards. Let me put this back at the bottom and shuffle the deck. Okay, so there's more elements as to what we do, where we go. But first, you know what, guys? We don't have much time. We got to start building our juggernauts. So how we're going to do it is I'm going to start, usually in a normal play session, be whoever fixed something last would get to go, or it just be randomly picked. For today, just to get us off on the right foot, I'm going to start. Then we're going to go to the left. So let's see. LJ is playing as the green player in so much as Tabletopia is concerned. So don't get confused by the colors in Tabletopia of red, yellow, green, and blue. Be more mindful of the color of your Mageneer. So LJ, you're saffron, so red is going to be your color throughout.
Cool.
Valendra, you're Hobart, so purple is going to be your color throughout. Dustin, you're Riviera, so blue. And I'm Malcolm Green. And you can, there's 4 robot guys with 2 square tokens underneath. You can go ahead and take one of those cubes and place it over your Mageneer's level up ability. So if you, actually, I'll get into those. Well, no, that's actually going to be helpful. So I think, Valendra, you might remember this. Dustin, you might remember. But I'm going to use LJ's character as a second. So I'm going to take this LJ, put it in the middle so we're all sort of focused on it. So each character, each Mageneer, has their own sort of actions they can take. We're not going to look at actions yet because that comes in combat. But right next to your character's portrait, there's a filled-in box and then a box underneath that says level up. So everyone starts with their filled-in box covered up by that token, and then the level up is essentially what requirements you need in order to get the filled-in box. So for Saffron, she would need to, or LJ would need to free a city. So get the kill shot on one of these junk golems that are in Raised Hutch, Port Powers, etc., and have at least one fire limb in your juggernaut that you make. So as you're building your juggernaut, think about, okay, I'm gonna want to get probably, so LJ, you're probably gonna want to get fire limbs somewhere in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's how you're gonna level up, and each person has different level up ability. All right, so I'm gonna put that back here. Thank you for letting me use that. All right, so I'm gonna start, and then it's gonna pass to the left. So LJ will go next, then Valendro, then Dustin, being at the end, he'll get to draw 2 cards, and then it's like a snake draft. So then it'll go back to Valendro, then to LJ, then me, and I'll get to pick 2, and we'll go back and forth until all the cards are gone. Essentially, if you get a card, so you're taking this card back to sort of your build pile, your build camp. If you get it and you realize you don't like it, then on your next turn, you can put it back on the pile face up for other people to take, and then you can draw 2 cards instead. And then the only other thing I would say is if you draw the Warlord card, because the Warlord, unfortunately, is in here. And the Warlord has already started tempting one of us to be their acolytes. They're promising, hey, you know what? Let's say it's me, Malcolm. Malcolm, you can have the whole kingdom. You're going to rule over your siblings, because we're all siblings. I know they've been making fun of you. They don't respect you. Just kneel to me, and you'll be able to rule over all the kingdom. So he's doing that. He's going to be doing that to one of us. He or she is a Warlord sort of androgynous. So they're going to be tempting one of us. So if you draw the Warlord card in this pile, you have to keep it and keep that secret. Don't tell anyone you're the Warlord or the Warlord's acolyte. And then so you can't put that back out on the pile. And then if you draw a torso, so if you look at these little robot guys, there's 2 arms, 2 legs, and a torso middle part. So there's 4 different torsos in this pile. If you draw one of those, you can immediately put it out on your player board where it says torso. So that's that. So if you have questions, just let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing 1 card. And what you could do to draw easily is hover over one of the cards in this junk pile and press T to take it. And it doesn't have to be at the top. It could be anything, any card you can sort of hover over, you can take. All right, so I just took one. So LJ, go ahead and take a card.
Okay.
All right, Valendro. And Dustin, you get to draw 2 cards. All right, back to you, Valendro. And if you get a limb, don't put it on your player board yet. We're gonna, after all these cards are gone, then we'll start building. So don't put any cards out yet, unless you get a torso. And just a second. My son's wanting whipped cream for breakfast.
Did you say if you get a torso, you can throw it down, or
Yes.
wait on those?
Yeah, you can wait on it. If you want to try to get a different torso, you can wait on it. But if you put it down, you're sort of locked into using it. And each torso has a little effect. So even in your hand, you can press spacebar and bring it up so you can see what that effect is. Okay, I love you. Because it's closing, we're not using that for breakfast. All right. Sorry. So LJ, did you take a card?
Oh, I took one, but I haven't done it again.
Okay, go ahead and take another one. All right, now it's back to me, and I will take 2. Take that one and this one. All right, and now it's back to LJ.
All right.
All right, and Valendro.
Okay.
And Dustin, you get to take 2 again. And if you put one out, if you don't like one in your hand and put one out, you can take 3 essentially this time, Dustin.
Okay. I do want to drop one down.
Okay. Awesome.
So I'll put this guy down.
Okay, as in you don't want him, right? You're putting him back
Correct.
out in the junk pile. Okay, cool.
And then I can draw 3 total.
Yes,
So
exactly.
2 and 3. Okay.
All right. Back to you, Valendro.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take the torso.
Okay. So what this, I'm going to pause just to point out what this torso does so you're aware of it. Oh, and okay, I can also point out what Dustin's does. So Chonk, he can move 1 extra stop over the max, and I'll explain movement when we get to there. And he's also going to break ties in for his team. So if, let's say you guys are looting, everyone's on one city and looting it. Well, there's only literally 1 extra loot for people that help the original attacker. So Valendro would get to decide who actually gets the loot in that case. And then Dustin, yours is Hunk. So when you're damaged, any sort of damage, it could be actually, when you're damaged from an attack, you reduce that damage by 3. and add 3 to your counter attack. So you're like absorbing some of the damage and putting it back out. So that's your special. I think we're back to LJ now, right?
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Okay, and I'm going to take 2 now. If I can actually press the right button, that might help. All right, back to LJ.
Okay, let's see.
So at the end of all this, we should have 6 cards in hand and 1 torso down. Did you take one, LJ?
Yes.
Okay, Val?
All right.
And Dustin, you get to take 2. So far, everyone's pretty much liking the stuff they're getting. Valendra, your turn.
Wait, switch one.
I will drop this one and take 2.
Okay. All right, and LJ?
All right. So if I drop one, I can pick another up.
You can pick 2 up if you drop one.
Let's see.
Including the one that Val just showed. So if like you could take that 6 and another one.
Let's see here. So I'm gonna do this one and this one. Okay, cool.
Okay. You did take 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think this is a torso, right?
Yes. Okay. So your torso is okay. Let me bring out a dice for example. So as for Twig, whenever you're damaged, you roll. You're gonna take a die. So I'm gonna leave a die with you since you're always,
cool.
You're gonna roll one. If you roll the disable, let's see if I can. Okay, let me roll 2. Come on now. Of course, it doesn't want to cooperate. I keep rolling disable and it switches. Okay, if you roll this one disable, it actually cancels the damage.
Oh, cool.
So the damage misses. So that's for you being all spindly and otherwise. Yeah. So that's what Twig gets to do. All right. So now it's back to me. I still don't have a torso, guys. Where's my torso here? Oh, there we go.
That's why I was like, I gotta put it back.
Yeah. All right, so I finally got a torso, which is Gem. Gem gets to, what's a Gem to do? I get to roll 1 extra die when making an amplify roll. Awesome. And then I break team ties if Chonk and not on the team. So one of us, maybe not yet, but one of us should be the Warlord. And so if the Warlord had like Chonk, for instance, as their thing, then it wouldn't make sense for the Warlord to break ties for the Mageneers. So essentially, Chonk is the main lead tiebreaker, and Gem is the second tiebreaker. So, because one of them isn't going to be the Warlord. All right, so I took. Did I take 2? Let's see. Let's see. I have 1. I think. That's weird. Oh no, I took. Oh yeah, I did take 2. I took Gem, and then I took the 6 showing. Okay, so it's back to LJ.
All right. Let's see. Okay.
All right. Valendra, you shouldn't have. I mean, you have 6 in your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5. I have 5, and then it put the instruction card in my hand.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and put. Take a card then. And then Dustin, I think you get the last one. Awesome, guys. So here's what we're going to do now. Go ahead and you can build your Juggernaut however you like. But you may be like, hey, Olivia Noah, Happy New Year to you. Here's how you can build it. You may be like, Dauburn, how do we build this thing again? Because I wasn't paying attention in your tutoring class because I thought this was an antiquated skill. I didn't know I'd actually have to use it. So he's like, don't worry.
Exact language I would use.
So here's the things to keep in mind. When you build your leg power combined, you're going to have 2 legs. And the power levels are the numbers shown. When you add those together, that's your speed for your legs. Then you're going to have your arm power with the 2 arms combined. the leg powers combined have to be greater than the arms powers combined. So for example, if I have a 5 leg and a 6 leg, that's 11 power for my legs. I can't then have 2 10s for my arms. I can't, because that's 20 arm power over 11 leg power. So essentially, you can't. The legs have to be able to support the weight of the arms plus your torso. So that's why the legs have to have a greater power combined than the arms combined.
Can they be equal, or it has to be greater?
It has to be greater, because I'm also thinking of you're also holding up the torso and including the arms. So that's why it has to be at least one more than the other. So you could have 2 legs of a 2 and a 3, and then have 2 arms of a 2 and a 2, 4 over 5. That'd be a very weak juggernaut, but you could do it. And then if in terms of so that's the basic math of how you need to build. Now to get a bonus, there's these +4 and +2. I'm putting it on the center of the board. +4, +2 tokens. How you get those is if you have left to right a pair, either left to right in your arms or left to right in your legs. So if both your arms are, let's say, a water element, or both of them are 5s, then you get a bonus of +2. Same thing in legs. If both of them are the same elements, let's say both are fire elements or both are 2s, I don't know why you'd want that, but both legs are 2s, then you get a bonus. And if you have a bonus for legs and arms, then you get, it's +4. If it's just one or the other, it's +2. So that's how you sort of build 4 bonuses. But when all else fails, going for higher numbers in your build is better than lower numbers. So I wouldn't be too worried about getting a bonus if it's going to cost you, if it's going to mean you're going to have to use a really low powered limb. I think that is all the things for how to build. Any questions? And we just sort of build asynchronously. You just build as you want. There's no turn order or anything like that.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and someone brought up to me in a playtest last night. One other thing, these I'll use mine as an example. There's these black sleeves below your player board. Those are used to cover whatever limbs you put up on the board, and you don't have to use them. They just sort of sell the effect of having one leg on each side and one arm on each side instead of like multiple legs or a flurry of arms. But you don't have to use
Spider-Man.
See, exactly. So if you have any questions about how to build, let me know. Otherwise, go ahead. You can go ahead and start. And then once you're done, there's 3 little counter tokens that looks like 3 zeros up above. Let's see. Tim's says, guys, are you together or against each other? So that's a great question. Timmy's, maybe? And thank you for welcome. Glad you're here. My name's Francisco. I'm playing with Dustin, Valendra, and LJ. Essentially, right now, we're playing together. One of us is the warlord, though. So when the warlord's revealed, and we'll get to that in a little bit, when the warlord's revealed, then the 3 other Mageneers will be against the warlord. And if the warlord defeats them, the warlord will win and rule over Galamany with an iron fist. But if the Mageneers win, who got first? Geek Devotions, hello. Welcome, Geek Devotions.
Yo.
Praying that the move that you're helping your mom with goes well, that everything goes well with that. Morning, Captain Crew. Morning. So once you put together your, like I said, once you put together your Juggernaut, go ahead and move the 3 little zeros onto your Juggernaut card, and then your attack strength is essentially your arms added together. Your speed is your legs add together, and your HP is your legs plus arms.
Okay, let's see.
So I have 12 for my...
Imagine drawing 2 10s like I did right away,
What?
and then a bunch of garbage cards after.
Oh my gosh. I was
So
like...
how do I add it?
I was like, I'm gonna be buff, and then wah wah.
So
how do
what
I
was
add
your question,
everything
LJ?
Yeah, how do I add everything again?
Okay, so you can scroll wheel, or you can hover over and press space bar, and that'll bring up a heads up display for
cool.
increment in 1s, 10s, and 100s.
Okay. So you said HP was
Arms.
what was HP again?
Arms plus legs.
Arms plus legs. Okay.
Yeah. So right now you would like have an attack strength of 7, speed of 10, and I think that's 17.
Neat. Okay.
All right. Let me get mine going here. Let's see. So 14 for my speed, and then that's 26. All right, and I'm gonna take my little the green guy down
I
here.
scored good on one of those legs. That thing is a 9.
Oh, nice. Well done. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say before. I was wondering, Dustin, why didn't you have your 10s as both legs? And I said, oh, just a 2 and a 5 for arms. There, that wouldn't be a big hit.
Right? I can run really fast away from the fight, though. Check me out.
A good question looking at your setup, Retro, is the legs have to be greater, it can't be equal?
Correct. The legs have to be
Okay.
greater. Yeah.
Because I do see you have 2 7s and 2 6s,
Mhm.
and if you could use the 2 fire type together, you would get the bonus, but you can't because it has to be greater.
Exactly. Though, because they're
Okay.
both pairs of numbers, I do get a +4 bonus because I have
Right,
6s
right.
and 7s. But yes, exactly. If I could have switch it and be equal, then yeah, I could have put the 2 fires together. And when you have a bonus, you can apply it to your attack strength or your speed. You get to choose which one you add it to.
I get a bonus because I have 2 10s, right?
No, it's a left to right bonus. So if you go left to right,
Left to right, okay,
yeah,
got it.
so you don't get a bonus in that regard.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call an audible because this has come up a couple times, and Geek Devotions, this is sort of you and someone else mentioned this. I'm gonna give you a die, Dustin, because you have one element of each. You have earth limb, water limb, fire limb, and wind limb. You're gonna get an extra die to roll whenever you're rolling an amplification effect. So that's
Okay.
just a special thing I'm gonna say you get. We'll see how that
Now-
plays out. Oh, and it
Do I
looks
also get to just level up my character right now?
yes, you do, because you have a fire and water
That I
limb.
do.
Sorry, my son said, well, he says one more thing, so I'm trying to.
And actually, who is Saffron?
I
Me.
believe that's LJ.
Oh,
Yep.
LJ. Yeah, that's. So you have the same thing. You have 2 4s. So if you put the 3 as the foot and do 2 4s up top, you'll get that bonus for having 2 pair.
Oh, okay.
unless it's fire flood, blood. Okay.
Let me see. Does that?
So what were you asking or saying to LJ?
Oh, I was
or something we could help.
I
with?
was helping him with his thing. He's also got 2 4s, but he has them one in the legs, one in the arms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could
And-
switch those so that you have the 2 4s and get a bonus.
And also, I think he counted wrong. The one card is a 9 in his legs, isn't it?
Yes, that is a 9. Exactly.
Oh, oops. Yeah.
So yeah.
I did
Thank you.
count wrong. Okay.
Yeah, no, I just
Appreciate it. Let's see. So I can switch these.
Of course, if he's the warlord, we want him to have the lower stuff. So thanks a lot.
I am not.
well.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Sounds like something a
That's
warlord would
what,
say.
I mean, that's the warlord. So yeah. Yeah.
So that sort of the that leg will stick, LJ. It's the 9 that won't, and you sort of have to align it like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so
4, 8.
Well, here's a strategy question for you, Francisco.
Yeah.
In my spot. So, as I'm looking at the cards I have, I could potentially move the 5 up here and play another 5 up here and get a bonus and move that 10 down here and have 20 speed, and then I'd have the same attack, right? Because my bonus would be +2.
you'd actually get a +4 bonus, which you could have because you'd have 2 5s and 2 10s. So yeah,
But I'd lose. Okay, but I would lose my level up.
Yes, you would. You would.
Right. So, strategy question for you then. In that situation, what do you think would be the stronger play? Keep the level up or have a 20 speed 14 attack?
So here's what I'm going to say. Here's actually what I would say, Dustin. Man, this is tough.
Right.
Because you know what? I don't know what's best in this case. I think either is a good element. I think that having the level up of not being able or not canceling all counterattacks.
It's like a counterattack is pretty nice.
Yeah, that is nice, especially if you're soloing it with a bunch of the junk golems yourself. If they get a heavy arm, that's going to hit you every time you hit them.
Right. Okay.
So I think it makes more sense to do this, and also something you guys can keep. I know everyone's sort of focusing on something else, but on your sort of, I'm going to take your card as an example, Dustin. So I just put a card in the middle of the map, guys. This is a reference for all the locations you can go to and what you get when you're there. One of them to keep in mind is Eldritch Arc, which is up right here. At Eldritch Arc, essentially you can sacrifice a limb and you get a pretty hefty bonus based on what element you sacrifice. So for instance, if you were to go to Eldritch Arc and sacrifice that water limb, that 2, you would lose your level up. But if you did, you would get +10 to your speed just from doing that, Dustin. So that is a mechanism for using a weak limb to begin with. And then if anyone lands in a city, the way the card is phrased is not accurate. Say you'll actually if you free a city and you go to a freed city, so whether it's Headstone or Race Hutch or whatever, if it's freed, you can actually replace one of your limbs with a card in your hand. So that's something that to keep in mind as well. Let's see. LJ says, I don't play a ton of tabletop. Different world for me. Loving the concept and art. Thank you, LJ. Geek Devotion says, Captain's inability to give a straight answer on what makes Dustin's character stronger is a clear sign he's the warlord. That Dustin's the warlord? That. I mean, maybe. Mm-hmm. No, I just don't know what's best because I think... Okay, if it were me...
I don't know what's best to make you stronger to kill me in the end. I get it.
Wow.
Legitimately, I was looking at that too, and that's a really good question because the card power to cancel all counterattacks is
Yeah.
pretty OP. But then also the high stats.
Here's the thing.
Right.
As you attack cities, though, you'll be able to loot the city, the body of the junk golem. So it depends. You could get lucky, but it just sort of depends on how much you want to push your luck, I guess.
I mean,
I
it
think
also pairs really well with your body ability too, to add to your counterattack and then just stop them from countering.
Negate theirs and just punch them in the face back.
Well, yeah, though it went for when they're counterattacking, it wouldn't. That doesn't. Well, you know what? I say when damaged, reduce it by 3. Add 3 to your counterattack damage, but you don't counterattack on a counterattack. So that's the weirdness. Right. But you would still reduce any counterattack damage by 3. But if you're
thematically, it's a really good combination, and I mean it is a really good move in general. So it is a tough call.
So you know what, Dustin, what do you usually like to do? Do you like being more powered or more flexible? Like when you play a game.
I typically go for power, but I don't think I want to forfeit my cancel all counterattack because I think the first time I played the game, when I was smacking down on the warlord, he counterattacked me quite a bit and almost took me out.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I am remembering that move very, very, very fresh in the mind.
Is the Roy Lord winning? How dare you, Cellcast? How dare you? All right. So everyone, I'm just going to double check real quick. Everyone got their mathy 27. 7. Okay. So you're, and Dustin, you get, let's see, you don't get any bonuses, but I gave you this extra die. You can roll that whenever you get an amplify effect along with whatever one you got. Let's see, LJ, you're also going to get an extra die to roll whenever there's an amplify ability, just because you have one of each element.
Cool.
So I don't know how you want to distinguish that from your die roll for Twig, but
that's good.
However you want to do that. And then Valendra, you get 2 bonuses. Oh, and you already applied them. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then did you end up switching? Okay, so and then you get a +2 bonus. LJ, because you have left to right a 4 and a 4 on your arm. So you can apply that to your attack strength or your speed.
Sweet. I'm going to do attack.
Okay. It doesn't change your health, but you can apply it to your attack strength.
Sweet.
All right, guys. So go ahead and move your corresponding junk golem guy down here to the Galmany Junkyard. That's where we're starting. Yep. And go ahead and put your token on this 8 spot on the track. So there's a movement track now. So now we're going to get into movement. Where we go, we've built our junkyards. Dobrin has prayed over us that we have success, and we're going to leave him in the dust in the junkyard. How we determine who goes first, and I'm actually going to Wow. I'm going to reorder these, but it goes by who is ever fastest, and then in ties, then I think it's Valendra that's going to get to break ties. But let's see. So we have a 21 speed, we have a 12 speed, we have 15 speed, and 18 speed. So, Valendro, you're going to get to go first. Oh, and I would say this. The speed, don't apply this +4 to this. I mean, you can, but you may lose that bonus. You'll just have to remember to reduce this symbol if you do. So,
I added it in there and I put it on the legs as a reminder.
Okay, all right. So you'll get to go first, and then play will go to the left, and we'll each get to take a turn. So let me go ahead and do this in that order. So you're purple, so you're gonna be at top. Then it's gonna go to Dustin. And then me, so that means LJ is going to go last.
So, what do you want to do now? Head back to the
I'm like, what am I seeing right now? Oh, it's... Hey, good morning, Dale. And good morning, Fredez. Let's go. How are you doing, Fredez? Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, we still got to do that.
And we're seeing a clip from the Cellcast Gaming playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Okay, so LJ's last, then it's going to be me. And then it's going to be Dustin, and then Valendro. Okay. So, Valendro, you're going to get to go first. Here are your options for what to do. If we're going to try to speed run this game, then you're pretty much just want to hit up any of the cities. Swift, Port Powers, Race Hutch, Headstone. If you want to actually like explore the world and do some stuff, I would go to, there's these, I'm going to put let's see, I'll put this attack token next to one of these. So there's these exclamation points on the map. There's 4 of them. One's right here. One's up near Port Powers. One is over by, up here in the north by the trees. And one's over sort of being covered by Headstone right now. See if I can actually move that so I can see it. So those are quests. If you land on one of those, you get to pull a quest card and you sort of put it out. You can put it in your hand or whatever, but you're reading it and then you're choosing an option for the quest. So that's something you can do. There's other things you can do like Eldricken Arc. There's bandit camps you could go visit. There's villages you could visit, and they do different things. And they're all on your information card next to your legs on your player board. So I'll let you pick what to do. The main things to do, though, to sort of get stronger are to do quests or to free cities. Now, you may be wondering, how do we find the Warlord, Francisco? When do we fight him? Or her, because this is sort of based on, when do we fight them? What happens is there is underneath each city, there's a card. Most of them are going to be like the typical arms, legs, power cards that we have in our Juggernauts, that we have in our hands. However, there's one card, and you'll know it when you draw it into your hand because it's going to look very distinct. It looks like a brown encampment, like where the Warlord would hang out. If you are the Warlord, you get to hold, well, I'll say if you're not the Warlord, you're going to say, I found the Warlord, and then you will start fighting the Warlord, and everyone else, based on how much movement they have on the movement track, can start moving to come and help you. And that's sort of the final battle. Good morning, Paladin. If you are the Warlord and you find the base, then, and this is a new rule, so this is going to be new to you, Dustin, and Valendro, and as well as LJ. If you find the base and you're the Warlord, you can hold on to it, and then you can go and essentially go to any place where a player currently is and start attacking them instead, and sort of like whittle the ranks of the Mageneers. So the Warlord has a 1/4 chance of doing that, but that is an advantage. So if you're the Warlord and you get the encampment card, which looks like this brown it looks like this weird futuristic building, I guess, then hold on to that, and you can elect when you want to attack one of the Mageneers. So how you sort of search a city and stuff, we'll get to when someone decides to search a city. But Valendro, go ahead and decide what you want to do, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, so we find the Warlord is different than what it was last time. Yeah,
before it was whoever's like, let's say you are the Warlord, Valendro. Right. Then if we went up, if we all 4 of us, let's say we attack Swift and we destroy Swift, then you would say, oh, you got me, guys, I'm the Warlord, and then we would fight you. Now it's when you search a city, which you can elect to just long rest in a city instead of searching it. If you search a city and find the encampment, the Warlord encampment, that's what triggers the battle.
Okay, interesting. Because I was the whole point is I was going to say let's go attack my city because I know I'm not. And I don't really want to boss rush, which is another reason why I was going to say attack my city because I know we're not going to find the boss. Mm-hmm. But I do want to free a city so that I can hit my level up.
Okay. Okay.
That's like something the boss would say. Let's attack here because I'm not the boss.
I'm not the boss. Let's attack my own city.
Okay, Judas, let's go for it.
So one of us drew the warlord card, right?
Yes, one of us has the warlord card.
One of us is the warlord.
Mm-hmm.
And one quick clarification question.
Mm-hmm.
Can your HP ever go over what your current max HP is? Like
Great.
if I were to wipe someone out, take no damage, could I be like, yeah, I'm going to rest and give 50 more HP? You know, so
that's a great question. Yes. So throughout the game, your HP, all your stats can go wildly high and very low. They can fluctuate wildly. You could have an HP possibly of 100, I think is possible in this. However, your max HP is always the all your limbs add together. So if you get a card, like there's the 4 cards are the amplification is something called Fairy Aid, where you get to raise your you get to return your HP to your current maximum. So if you're really low on health, that'd be great. But that doesn't mean you return it to wherever the highest it's ever been. You just return it to your limb max. But you can still have a higher HP than even that. You can also have a higher attack strength. Like if you roll, so I'm going to use your die, Dustin, as an example. If you roll this +2, you just add that to your HP, regardless of whatever your HP is currently. If you get the +5, if I could actually roll it, oh my goodness. Okay, if you get the +5, you just add that to your attack strength counter. You just add it immediately. So so that's how so it can be higher. If we have trouble, it'll be interesting. I haven't run into that causing an issue, but we could see if that does cause an issue. Does that help you? Does that answer your question though, Dustin? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One more thing about movement, since Valendro, it'd be helpful for you to know. So right now we're at 8. Let's say Val let's say he decides to go visit the ferry and do some gambling with the sailors on the ferry boat. Okay, that was his movement. He now drops down to 5. So his next move, he can only move 5 stops. So he can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he goes and does the quest up there. Now he can go 3 stops. 1, 2, 3. Now I can go 2 stops. So it goes. So each time you move without resting, your counter is going to go down. If you ever pass one of the counters that has a W on it, then the warlord will get to draw an amplify card. And you're like, well, we don't know who the warlord is. Well, it's just going to go up to the warlord board, pile for them later. So that's how movement works. And then if you can elect to move anywhere on the board, if you're at 8, if you're ever up at 8, you can move anywhere on the board. Usually you can't move through cities. You can't move through cities that are free. You can't move to Seneschal, but you can move anywhere on the board with an 8, but it will immediately drop you all the way down to a 1. And the warlord will get to draw 2 cards. So let's say I really want to get up to Ashley's haberdashery, then you could do that. Right now you wouldn't be able to do that because all the cities are blocked. Seneschal is blocked. But if you really, really wanted to, you would sort of like go through the back roads. You go up over the hills. You ford the rivers with your Juggernaut, and you could do that. But then, yeah, it just costs a lot to do that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Valendro, go for it. Dale says, does the warlord revolve during the game? Revolve. No, the warlord is whoever draws the warlord card is the warlord. Can he be anyone or change players? It doesn't change players.
Okay. Well, I did want to go up to the city still because I do want to get my level up.
All right.
It's already been placed there.
You could go swift. There's also, you can make your way to Headstone up through this ferry, but whichever you want to do.
I'll just go to swift.
Okay. Awesome. Now you can elect to ask people for help once you see the power level of this junk golem.
Okay.
And but you don't have to have any help because you want to level up, and if someone else gets the kill shot, you wouldn't level up. So it's sort of up to you. So this guy has a power of 8 speed, which is going to be ×2. So he's going to have a speed of, because each junk golem in the lower left hand of their corner, there's like an enslaved icon, and then there's a free icon. The enslaved, which is like the gate down, the portcullis is down, and the portculus is up if it's free. So for you, Valandro, this junk golem is going to have double its speed, and you can't play any of your amplify cards in this battle. So keep that in mind. Okay. But he's looking pretty weak so far. Okay. Well, he has a attack strength of 8 and a speed of 16. And that together, 8 plus 6, 8 plus 8. So he has a HP of 16 as well. All right, so you get to attack first because the Mageneers always get to attack first. You can choose one of your actions. Oh, now is a great time to bring up actions. So let me. I'm going to use your card as an example. I'm going to move it up to the center so everyone can see. If you want to hover over Valandro's card or your own card, let me know, or just do whatever. But I'm going to say for Hobart, he has 3 actions he can do. He has 4 actions once he levels up, but he doesn't have his 4th one. 3 actions. The main one is you attack with your attack strength. So wherever that number is in that first socket on your Juggernaut, that's your attack strength. You attack with that. He also has Static Shock, which is a special he can do at any time, which disables all. He can disable all his arms or all his legs, and then the defender has to disable that same number of limbs. So let's say he did Static Shock, he could disable both his legs, and then this junk golem would have to disable 2 of their limbs. So that's how Static Shock would work. And then Junknado is his special. Each of us has our own 2 specials. But Junknado for Valandro would be, he plays a card in his hand that's either wind type or earth type. He ignores the effect. So usually when you play an amplify card, there's an effect associated. For this special, you ignore the effect. Then you get to shuffle the junk pile, which there's nothing in the junk pile right now, so it wouldn't make sense for him to do it. But let's say there were cards in the junk pile. Shuffle it, then he takes the top 3 cards, adds those power levels together, and that equals X. Then the defender has to take minus X HP. It's like he's swirling together this junk tornado and sending it forth at his opponent for whatever the weight of those components are. So those are his specials that he can do. Does that make sense, Valandro?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll let you choose what action you want to do. It probably makes sense to do attack, but you could do one of the other ones, and you can play an you can't play amplify cards with this guy. So your bottom special you can't do, but anything else you can do.
I'm just going to go ahead and straight attack. I wish I could do some sort of amplification. I'm 2 attack away from a 1-shot.
Right.
But we will just go ahead and do a straight attack on it. Okay,
I'll put that there so know that you're the attacker. Okay, so 14 damage. Your speed is much higher than his. So he's going to bring him down to 2. It blows away his weakest limb, which is the 2, leaving his 6 as his weakest limb for counterattacking. So you're going to get a counterattack for 6. So you just reduced your HP by 6. Hey, Baba, how you doing? Good morning. Dropping in for a second. Awesome. And Geek Devotion says, those hats would really have to be special to do all that. What hats are you talking about? Geek Devotion.
The haberdashery. I did hear there was a sombrero in there.
Oh, my gosh. So the haberdashery does something a little different than you guys played last. Else, you can reference your card in your player board. Also, if you're confused about any icons, on the flip side of the locations, there's sort of a key for all the different icons. So if you're confused, like, what is this one again? You can flip over your locations card info and see the other side of it. All right. Okay, so do you reduce it by 6? Okay, so now it is this guy's turn to attack you, and he's going to attack for 6 damage. You can elect to either, and this is all laid out in your card, in your Mageneer card at the bottom, but because your speed is higher, Valendro, you can absorb all that damage into your strongest limb, all of 6 damage. So you would disable your leg, that's your 10 leg, because that's your strongest limb. You're essentially going so fast, you're able to position yourself just right to take out all that damage into just the mass of your leg. It disables it. It's like you're just like your legs falling asleep now. It can't be used for speed, but you don't take any damage to your HP. And all disables will come off after the battle. Or you can just take the damage. Or you can still use your cards as potions. You can't use them as amplify effects, but you can use them as potions.
I still can use them as potions.
You can use them as potions. Yeah. So how would you like to take this 6 damage?
I will just go ahead and take the damage at the moment.
Okay. So yeah, lower by 6.
Yeah.
And then you are going to counterattack with 5, which kills him. Oh, why did I kill you?
Very nice.
Very nice. All right, so now you get to you can choose any of these limbs to loot, and you can choose it as, you can take them as just an Amplify Potion card, or you can change them out with one of your limbs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm doing pretty good. Olivia, how are you doing?
I will take this water drive.
The water? Okay, and you're just taking that as amplify, as an amplify one?
As an amplify potion card, yes.
All right. And so now your options are you can long rest and increase your HP by, it's the other one, this one over here, LJ, that shows the icons and stuff. The back of the Mageneer card is old. It really doesn't, it's really not germane to the game anymore.
I think I tried clicking on it and it just flipped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you double click on something, I think it flips or
there we go.
Gets big. So here are your options, Valendro, or anyone that fights in a city. You can search the city, in which case you like look for the warlord or whatnot. And then you also get to, you'll either, if it's not the warlord, you'll get to take the card that you're on as loot, because you're searching the city, you find some extra treasure. Or if it is the warlord and you're not the warlord, then if you're the warlord, if it's the warlord's camp and you're not the warlord, then you would take the 2 or the 8 as extra loot. But go ahead and take this into your hand, and you shouldn't sort of reveal what it is. So if you're going to search the city, if you're going to long rest, then just leave it there.
Okay, so
and long rest will,
that if I search the city.
Yeah, if you long rest, you'll increase your HP by 10, and your little tracker will get moved back to 8.
Right. And if I search that and it's the warlord, we fight him now?
Yes, you would. So take it in your hand. If it's the warlord's camp, you'd say, "Oh, I found the warlord, guys," and we put it back out on the board. Unless you're the warlord, in which case you wouldn't want to reveal that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I did take substantial damage from that. Planning to rest, and again, I don't want to push things. I don't want to speed through it too much, so I don't want to try and just fight the warlord now and game over.
Fair. Yeah.
As well, I don't, so I will go ahead and just rest and take the HP bonus.
Okay.
And I will get my level up for freeing a city.
Yep, you do get that. And we'll go ahead and put this down here. And you get to draw, the bonus for Swift is you get to draw an Amplify card. So you can draw an extra card from this Amplified deck right here.
Okay, what's this one do? Let's see.
Ooh. And yeah, you leveled up, so good job. So now you can attack with legs, and now it's going to be Dustin's turn.
All right.
And
these 2 cards in the middle, they're just discarded, right?
Yeah, they're going to be discarded, exactly.
Okay, and my thing goes back to maximum movement, I'll just put it behind everyone.
Yeah, that works.
All right, so I'm hoping I don't royally kill myself doing this. On turn number 1, but I think I want to go to Headstone and wipe out that Fire City bot there.
Okay. All right. So you can elect to, let's see, you can go up through the desert. That will take -6 HP to do that.
Ew.
See, because each of those little guys is a -2.
Okay,
but
I see that now.
You also don't have to do that because it's only like 4 stops through the ferry up to Headstone.
Right.
Sorry, guys. Something's getting caught in my throat.
I'll take that ferry all the way to Headstone.
Perfect.
Okay, so what is the difference between taking the ferry and going up where the -2 HPs are?
So the -2 HPs.
6 HP.
Yeah, HP.
Well, yeah.
Mainly, the main difference is at the start, the only quest that is open without taking that major movement debuff or without freeing a city is this one in Bolt Ram range. There's a purple exclamation point.
Right.
The red one up by Headstone, you can't get through unless you free the sea of Headstone, or you can travel through the desert and take that HP hit. Okay. So let's say you were just like a crazy buff. You got 3 10s and a 9. You're flush with HP at the start of the game. Then you could do that if you wanted to take that quest right away, especially if someone else got the other quest, which I don't know how that'd be the case because you'd have the highest speed with 2. If you have 3 10s, no one else would have a higher speed. But let's say that were the case. That opens up that possibility. Okay, so you're gonna fight at Headstone. So yeah, take that -10 HP, Dustin, if you haven't already.
-10 HP from this guy. That's right.
Okay. And he's gonna attack for double, but his speed is 8. And let's see, he has an attack of 8.
So you get you have to take a.
Yeah, so each city, each jungle has its own sort of buff. So what it does for itself and what it does to the Mageneers attacking. So for Headstone, yeah, so each one has a different challenge. So for Headstone, you take -10 to your HP, and he attacks for double attack strength. So he's going to be attacking for 24 instead of 12.
Yeah, I don't know if I chose the right move here, honestly.
So this would be a good time to ask about, you mentioned calling for help. How does that work?
Yes, you can call for help. You could say, hey guys, I would love some help here. So anyone that can reach you with the movement, which right now, I think all of us could get there in one move. You would say, hey guys, I need some help here. And we would all... Any of us that wants to, wow, Geek Devotion is the womp. Any of us that wants to would move our movement track down because we're doing movement, but then we could come up and help you, Dustin. But yeah, his current life is 12 plus 8, so 20. Yeah, 20. So would you like help, or you want to try to one-man this? Or
Let's see here. I'm trying to look at my options as far as what I could do, because I'm going to attack first. He doesn't get to counterattack because my counterattack just my level up lets him not counterattack.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He will attack me. Now he can't use cards, right?
Yeah, he has no cards. If you amplify, the most he could do, he can get a card if you use an amplify effect that then triggers his limbs for him to roll dice. But otherwise, no, he doesn't.
And I could cancel if I have a potion. I could cancel his attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I think I can take this guy on actually without taking any damage in the long run here.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So
I think I can. We'll see what happens.
But I want to make sure everyone is aware of all their specials. Did you read through what Riviera can do for her specials, Dustin?
Yeah, roll 1 die for any of the limbs in play and take 2 results for myself. But then I couldn't attack. That would be the action, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Uh-huh. And then play water or wind, amplify or ignore its effect. I'll amplify, ignore its effect, enable all allies' limbs or all defenders' legs disabled. Okay, so what I think I will do then is let's start with a just standard attack. So give me a 12 damage on Headstone.
Yeah, it can't. She can't. Or the Jungle has a lot lower attack. So yeah, you did. So yeah, 12 damage down. So it was down to 8 damage, and you destroy the weakest limb. So you destroy the 4 because you critical hit it because your speed's higher. All right. So now it counterattacks you for 8, and you're like, haha, just shoot into water. Why don't you? Because I'm leveled up.
Yeah. No counterattack works there for me or for that. So
yeah. So now, I should use this. So now it's the Junk Golem's turn to attack. They're going to attack you for 8 damage, which you're going to get to reduce by 3 off the bat because of your hunk torso. But did you want to do something else to mitigate it?
I'm thinking they have double attack, right?
Oh, yeah. So it's actually going to be 16.
So that'd be 16?
Yeah.
So that would take me down to, what's that?
2, I think.
2, but minus 3.
Oh, yeah. So
13. It'd take me down to 5.
Uh-huh.
So if I flat out just said, all right, I want to absorb that, I could kill it on my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other way to gain HP? Because I know I could do a long rest.
Mm-hmm. I would say, yeah. There's also, some of the ways to get HP is you can go up to Ashley's Haberdashery. If it's not closed, it can be closed with one of the quests. But if it's not closed, you can go up there and you can turn in any card in your hand and get that amount of power as HP. So if you turned in a 5, you would get 5 HP. If you turn in a 10, you get 10 HP.
Okay.
You can also go to Eldrican Arc, and I think you can sacrifice a limb that's a earth limb and get 25 HP. I think that's what it is. Let me read real quick. Yeah, 25 HP for sacrificing an earth limb. You'd have to sacrifice your 10, so you'd still take 10 damage. So that doesn't really help you that much, but that's a way to get HP. And in die rolls. So for instance, if you want to roll, do Seize Bounty, and so you'd roll, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 water limbs are in play right now. So you'd roll 5 die, you'd pick 2 of them, and actually a 6th one because you have this die for rolling because you have 1 of each color. So you roll 6 die, and then you could get possibly in that 2 plus 4 HPs and get 8 HP out of that. So those are your main ways to get life. Right.
I know I started that whole gambling with the sailors thing again. What are the instructions on that? I thought I know.
Oh yeah, that's in the city on your reference card. There's a little brigand camp. It looks like a little tent.
Camp. Okay, there it is.
And then the ferry is where the sailors are.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So for the sake of not getting down to being one-shotted later, I better play a card just so I don't.
You can't.
I immediately.
Also, keep in mind, his speed is only 8. Your speed is 15. So you can absorb an attack into your strongest limb. So you can.
Oh, that's right. And then at the end of the fight, I can re-enable my limbs.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank you, not Warlord Francisco, I think.
Oh my gosh. So all
right, so I want to do that then. I will absorb it into my leg so I can still crush him with my fist.
Awesome.
My next one. If anyone played Skyrim, I took an arrow to the knee.
Oh my gosh. All right, so you absorb all that damage. You still get to counterattack with your weakest limb plus 3. So 5 damage. So he's down to 3 now.
Okay.
All right, so now it's back to you to attack.
And I'm just going to, let's just finish him off.
All right.
Boom.
All right.
Nice.
So first off, pick if you want to take any of these as an exchange for one of your limbs. You could do that.
I still have to hold true to the my leg strength has to be higher than my combined upper strength.
Correct.
Even
So you couldn't, for instance, take this and switch it out with your 2 because you have 18 over 15. So you couldn't do that.
That's a bunch of garbage. But okay. Just real. It is. It's junk. It's junkyard.
Oh my gosh.
I'll take the 8 and replace it with my 5 legs.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, you can do that.
Whoops.
There you go.
Move you up there. Move you there.
And you get, for doing that, whenever you replace a limb, you just take that limb's power as HP. So go ahead and increase your HP by 8.
Nice.
Would I do just the difference or the full amount?
There's already enough math in this. You just get it for HP because essentially as you've been taking damage through the battles, that's been going into all the limbs. So I just take it as like, okay, well, let's say most of that damage went to that 5. So you've already taken whatever damage you would have, and now you just get the increase of the 8.
Okay.
All right. And then did you increase your speed? I think your speed is now 18.
Yes.
And now you can long rest or you can search the city. What would you like to do?
I'm definitely going to long rest because I also don't want to rush through the whole game and go right to the boss fight.
All right.
So
all right. So you
long rest.
Okay. So the warlord's going to get the highest card here. Oh, dang it. I totally forgot. And before, the warlord would have gone one of those limb cards. So, whoops, don't take that card, Francisco. So he would have taken the strongest card, which I believe was the 8. So let me give that to the warlord.
Oh, that's interesting. So that's how the warlord builds up then.
Exactly, yes.
That's cool.
Okay. And I don't get to keep a card after that fight, right? Because I mean, like, to add to my just...
No, if you search the city, you'd get to, and this card underneath was a limb card, you get to take that as an amplify potion, right? But you're not searching the city, so yeah.
I don't want to search because I don't want to reveal the warlord too early if he's here.
Mm-hmm.
And then how much HP do I get for resting again?
I believe it's 10. Let's see. Let me look at the thing. Oh, yeah. 10 HP, and you move your token back to 8. Your move track back to 8.
And then because he freed the city, he gets +5 to attack from that specific card.
Yep. So you can increase your attack strength by 5. Exactly.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
Sweet. All right.
Awesome.
Fun turn.
Good job.
That was good.
Put this down here. All right. Now it is my turn. What do I want to do? I'm going to do a quest, actually. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. Move my guy down here. What is going on with these little tokens? For some reason, they're not sticking, and I don't know why. All right. Well, that's okay. I'm just being super picky, guys. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to this quest, and let's see what it is. All right. So this is the Bronze Owl. Your Majesty, please help. You turn back to see a couple carrying their child on a mat. Our daughter is near death. We are trying to reach the Bronze Owl in Lava Sands, for if she sees it, she'll be healed. But it is still leagues away, and we fear dying on the sands. You understand their futility, and they see you as their child's only hope. You decide to take the girl, but lose 1 leg or 10 HP. The Fire Owl spirit blesses you. Take this card and draw a card. Or decline to help, and the parents curse your family. All allies -6 HP. And then I discard.
Well, I have Jesus, so he negates all curses.
Oh my god!
Come on.
That's a next level Jesus Juke.
Oh my word. What do I want to do here? I mean, so if I took this card, the nice part of it is I get this amplification effect, which lasts the whole game, which is, if I read it, let's see. After all amplify rolls for the rest of the game, I may re-roll any 1 die and decide to keep the new roll or the old roll, which is really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
But I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to have to travel to Bronze Owl here, which means to get out of here, I'm going to take the 10 HP, and then I'm still going to take minus HP to get out of there. But minus 6 HP to all you guys.
But you're a good dude, so you don't want a kid to die.
Oh my gosh.
Think of the children.
You guys all have plenty of HP. You'll be fine. Except for LJ. He doesn't have.
Except for LJ.
Yeah. All right, LJ, because you don't have much life, I'm gonna take the hit myself. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And so I'm gonna take this card into my hand and draw another card. And then I'm going to reduce my life by 10. Jiminy.
So when you play amplifiers or potions, do you play the one?
You cut out the last bit.
Cards.
When you play amplifiers or potions, do you play what?
Do you play from your hand or from like the on your mech?
From your hand. It's gonna be
cool.
the cards in your hand. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I wanted to clarify on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah, this potion you have up here isn't really a potion. It's just a reminder. I'm gonna set it to disable so it doesn't confuse anyone. So
that's cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. All right. So this quest is no longer anyone's able to go to it. There's still 3 more quests. But now when I can, let's see, I need to move my guy over here to Lava Sands, and I do get to move my token back 1, because when you complete a quest, you move your movement track back 1. Age of Origin, hello, Junkyard Juggernauts with Jesus, exactly, Age. And now it is your turn. Let's see, it's
real quick
LJ.
before he goes.
Yeah.
When Valendro killed the robot, I don't think the warlord got a limb.
I did change. Yeah, I forgot that, and I already went and got him the.
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Thank you,
cool.
Dustin.
All right. So I guess what are my options at this point?
So you
said you can go do pretty much anything, right?
Yeah. When you're 8, you can pretty much reach anywhere. Also, let's see, 2 cities have been freed. So now Seneschal is open. So you can travel through Seneschal, and that's the capital. And you can do anything in Seneschal you can do pretty much anywhere else. So you can travel up through there. You could, except I think you can't do stuff in the brigand camp. So that's the stuff you can't do in Seneschal. But you can, gamble in the brigand camp. You can sacrifice a limb at Elderkin Ark. You can go fight at Port Powers or Ray's Hutch. You can go on a quest. Things are pretty open for you, LJ.
Okay. So there would there be worth doing anything at the capital for me right now? Or?
Let's see. If you wanted, if you have a card in your hand that you really want to change out, which I don't think you would, but you really want to change out with one of your current limbs, you could go to the capital and do that. But otherwise, I don't think so.
We could see.
Yeah, I would suggest either going on a quest or find a Ray's Hutch or Port Powers.
Let me go to. I really need to. Let's see. Jump.
And quests will. I should say this because obviously, be your first time playing. Quests, there's always going to be essentially a heroic option and a, mercenary, not mercenary option, but a protect your own skin option. I'm not sure what a term for that would be.
Yeah.
If you do the heroic option, you're almost always going to get that card as an extra amplify / potion card. So if you're trying to build up your hand, doing quests is another good way to do that.
Yeah. I'll take a quest, I guess.
Okay.
Whichever's.
So there's one up by Port Powers, and there's another one in the trees up by Ashley's Haberdashery, and you can get to either of those.
I'll do the one by Port Powers.
Okay. So I'm just going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, you wouldn't go that way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go.
Okay, cool. All right. And so pull a quest card.
Yep. And you can go ahead and read it. Make sure that happened to someone else before. I was just about to say, don't do it, and then you did. So put all those back out, and then we'll shuffle, and you can redraw.
There we go.
Awesome. Okay. Let me shuffle it. And here, go ahead and take that one. I just took off the top.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right. Okay. Let's see. Zach Zeal. Let's see. Making your way along the road, your juggernaut foot falls, alert seemingly short man, using a tree as a crow's nest to walk light or rabble. I nearly can't see where the water walk ghost keeps his treasure from down there. Now can I? Feeling both baffled and intrigued. Do you A, randomly dig for treasure, losing an R or forward 3 on move track? Take this card and draw a card. Leave the man to his delusions.
So if you could lose a leg, or lose an arm, excuse me. If you take or the 4-3 on the move track would mean you would go 1, 2, 3, which means the warlord would get an extra card, and you'd have very limited movement moving forward. Or you could just discard it. The ability for this water walk does confuse people, so I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
Essentially, you could play it instantly or wait for a battle to play it. But just a second, Fred does. What it does is it essentially makes your legs count as water limbs also. So whenever there would be like a amplify roll, if someone played a water amplify card, you would get to roll. Your legs would count as both fire and earth, as well as 2 waters. So that allows you to essentially gives you more opportunities to roll for amplify effects. So that's what that does. Or you could use it for 2 potions also. Freda says, good to see family-friendly channels. What game is this? War Strategy? It's a strategy card game. I'd say it's strategy adventure. Semi-boss battler. The bosses aren't really... The last final boss is the big boss. The sort of mini-bosses aren't usually that tough. But yeah, this is a game I'm designing called Junkyard Juggernauts, Freda's. And so I have Dustin, Valendro, and LJ here helping me play test it to try mine it for the most fun, try to see where things aren't very fun, and so we can get rid of those.
I don't think I want to lose an arm because both of my arms are 4. And
yeah, I get that.
I guess I'm just going to leave him to his own
delusions. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we're going to discard that. All right. So you stay there. And now it is whose turn is it? It is
yours.
No, because it's to the left.
No.
So it's Valendro's turn now.
All right. So thinking in terms of strategy.
Yeah.
I definitely want the port powers card if possible.
Yeah, because then you'd have even a higher attack with your legs for sure. Yeah.
And so I want to go ahead and grab that. So I'm going to go up and attempt to free that city.
Okay. And you're at 8, so you have plenty of movement for that. So I'll move your movement track down. Okay. All right. So let's see if you're going to want help with port powers. All right, got a speed, and he's going to get to attack first. This junk golem, his ability is he gets to attack first, and you're going to disable one of your legs. So speed of 6, attack of 7's not great, and then we got to reshuffle this, the junk pile card. So let me reshuffle it, move it over, and then his other arm is going to be a 2. Okay, that's not that bad.
You got this. Kill him.
So his overall life is
Unless you're the warlord,
9.
Die.
So his life is 15, and he's going to start off by attacking you for 9, Valendro. So where's the attacker icon? There it is. So he's the attacker to start. So yeah, 9 damage coming your way.
And can I use one of my amplified potions to go ahead and count or block that?
You can, yes. Your speed is also higher, right now. So if you want to disable your 10 to absorb the damage, you could do that as well.
No, I will go ahead and just what? But not that. What? Why did it bundle that? No, I'll just go ahead and use the amplify and negate that.
Oh, so use it as a potion. Oh no, what did I do?
Yeah, use the potion and negate that.
Okay. So that moves this track up 1. He has no way to overpower that. So awesome. So that is negated. All right. Now it's your turn to attack.
Okay. And I will go ahead and attack, but I get to use my speed instead of my strength.
Yep. Though it is -7 from whatever it is. So 21 minus 7,
So
14.
I believe that's like 14.
So right now it's the same as your attack, but yeah, you could do that.
And there's no way for me to just enhance that by 1. Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, I know. You just need a little bit.
Yeah, 14 damage. That disabling that other leg. Mess that up. All right. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and attack with the 14 damage.
Okay, 14 damage. And your speed's, so he's at 1 life. He destroys his weakest limb, and he counterattacks you for 7. So you do 7 more damage to you.
Okay.
And now it's his turn to attack.
So it's, 3, 4.
And he's going to attack you for 7 damage.
Okay. And I'll just go ahead and absorb that for now.
Okay. And then you get to counterattack because you're not using a potion.
If I disable my leg to absorb that,
You won't take any damage.
does that just disable it or does that destroy it?
It just disables it.
Okay, yeah, I'll disable my leg to go ahead.
Yeah, so put it back to wherever it was before. So yeah, disable. So your other one's disabled. It technically disables your strongest limb. Your strongest limb now currently is 10. So yeah. Okay, so you absorb the damage. You still get to counterattack. So your counterattack of 5. So why did I shoot you? I shouldn't have done that. All right, so you destroyed the poor powers guy. Good job. Which of these would you like for a change in your limb or as loot?
Let's see what the options are on these.
Thank you, Age. Yeah.
I will go ahead and...
If anyone in chat has questions about the game, feel free to ask. Totally open to answering any questions from you guys. So you took one. Valendra?
I took one into my hand. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So are you going to search the city, or are you going to long rest? What would you like to do?
I will go ahead and long rest and take 10 HP back.
Okay. So plus 10 to HP. And you also get plus 5 to your speed.
Yes, and I will.
And your movement track's gonna go back to 8. All right, it is Dustin's turn, and then this is
those limbs are no longer disabled.
Yeah, let you take those off your limbs. Yep, exactly.
All right, my turn. I think I'm gonna go for a quest here.
Okay.
Let's see here. So where's my guy up here?
So you have one right next to you. You can do
right here. Okay. And I don't have to lose any HP to go down to it.
I think. Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, you don't.
All right, so I'm gonna go there and let me draw that quest card.
All right.
And let's flip it. All right. Others fight. You investigate rumbling from a nearby village. You surmise from the villagers' clamor that occultists took Buddy to be sacrificed, and Elderkin Ark and Dave went to rescue him a week ago. They offer 2 potions to rescue them and purify the Ark. Unsure of their tale, or even if Buddy is a boy or beast, let alone Zave, you go to Elder and Ark and defeat the occultist, rescuing Zave and Buddy. Draw a card, reduce HP by the card's power. Take that card and this one. Or stay out of Elderkin Ark as with Profane. Grant Warlord 1 sacrifice after reveal.
So,
Right,
just so I want to make sure you understand that second option. So, essentially, like Elderkin Ark, we all have the opportunity to sacrifice a limb there for an effect based on what element type that is. If you take the B option, then yeah, you won't take any hit to life or anything. You won't get this card. And then the Warlord, whenever they are revealed, will get to automatically sacrifice something for a buff. So they'll just get an automatic sacrifice, even without being there.
I've got some pretty significant HP level right now, so I'm thinking I'll take the card.
Okay, so go ahead.
Take whatever damage it is. Also, Father's Smite. Discard after use. Attack with strength or speed. This damage can only be canceled. By a Not Today card. Okay, I like it. All right, I'm gonna go for it.
All right, so go ahead and draw a card. You only have two. You have one of these, not the one showing, but the one in this pile. So draw one of those, and you can show us what it is, or you can just take it in your hand, and we can trust you with what it is.
All right, it's a 5.
5 damage, and you take that into your hand.
It's a draw it and go. It's a 0, guys. What are the odds?
Amazing,
man! And it's like a 5 potion on there.
What?
Okay.
And you could put that Father's Smite into your hand also. Awesome.
All right, sweet.
All right. So I
I'll
already
move
disabled
my
that. And now
thing
it's
down to 5.
Yep. Now it's back to me. Oh, when you complete a quest, it automatically goes back up. So, and
That's right.
however, you are going to now be over here at Elderkin Ark, because that's where you went to complete the quest.
Perfect.
All right, and so now it is my turn. What am I going to do here? I am going to 16. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. What guy am I? Oh yeah, I'm down here. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm going to travel through the sands, so minus 2 HP there. 1, 2. I'm going to travel 1, 2 through Headstone. 3, I can travel through the past for 1 movement because I have a fire limb. So I get to illuminate the darkness, otherwise it would take 2. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the pass, 5 for the Brooklyn Camp, 6 to Ashley's Haberdashery. And I am going to pay this 9 card to increase my life by 9. Unfortunately, because the raised hutch is still controlled by, is not free, the Warlord gets that 9 as the payment. So it's going to go Warlord.
I know who the Warlord is.
Convenient.
Who? How'd you know? I needed life, guys. Look at my life.
Get 9 life and a 9 power card.
I needed life, okay? Jeez. All right. Now it is whose turn? Is it? So that is my turn. I move my
turn.
Guy down 1. Okay. Now it is LJ's turn.
All right, can I go for Raise Hutch?
Yeah. Let's see.
I have movement for that.
I think so. 1. You're red, right? So 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4. Yep. You can get over there.
Okay, cool. All right.
Alrighty.
No, LJ taking out all these cities could also be buffing up his Warlord stats for the top. I'm just saying.
This is the first city I've gone.
I was gonna say I think this is LJ's first city.
Yeah, I took out 2 of them, to be fair.
All right.
But
I was like, I better take on something.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that.
Here's one thing that will determine whether or not he's the Warlord, though, is what he does here, because I think this would be like one of the best cities to actually call for help on.
Maybe, because it has double HP. Let's see, this one has double HP, yeah.
And then
Well, it has double HP, but the reward. all attacking.
Oh yeah, get +5 to it. Yeah, that's a good point.
I take it back. You're not a warlord. You're a good man.
Wow. This one's pretty weak, LJ. So it's up to you. If you call for help and one of us destroys this before you, like Valendro's has a higher speed, so he would get to attack first and probably destroy it. You would not get to level up. So
I'm gonna take it on. Yeah, I need the level.
Okay, so it has a life of 8. It will be attacking you for. Just wait for this. It's going to be attacking you for 8. So are you sure you're okay to handle that?
I'm gonna roll with it.
Okay.
I will say, to be fair, I do have an option to not attack.
4 + 4. Actually, oh wait, he has an HP of 16. My bad.
I think I'm gonna roll with it. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Yep. All right. If you pick. Okay. All right. Cool. Right, so how do we?
So you could go ahead and say you're going to choose one of your actions.
Okay, yeah.
So you can attack. For lava flow, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. That's mainly for attacking the warlord.
I do want to do focus fire. It's fire. What's the other element?
That's either fire or wind.
Wind. Okay, so I do want to do
focus fire. Okay.
Because I do have a wind piece right here.
Okay.
Or is it like a earth or I don't wait? Is there earth, or is that considered earth or something else?
No. So I don't see what card you're showing. So.
Oh, never mind. The green one is earth.
Yes, green is earth. Exactly.
Okay, never mind. I don't have. Okay. I only have earth. It's okay.
Okay. Then
I'm just gonna attack.
Okay, gonna attack, and you are attacking with 10, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so attacking.
Oh, and then do I have a bonus somewhere?
You don't have. I mean, I'm applying this plus bonus. 2 to it.
So what was this dice for then? Was that just an amplifier?
So one of these dice. So it's weird. One of these dice is for your twig guy.
Yes.
Oh, dang it! I'm sorry, I just messed that up. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
Jeez, why are you disappearing through the board? Oh my gosh, Tabletopia. Stop wrecking me here. Oh, let's try. Okay, they're all going to move with it. Good. All right, so this die is for your twig ability. So whenever you get damaged, you can roll that to have the damage be missed. This one is because you have one of each color. So on all amplify rolls, you get to roll an extra one.
Okay, cool. So I'm not doing amplifier or anything. Okay, cool.
All right. So you said you're attacking for 10. Okay. Yes. It does 10 damage. Your speed is higher, so it destroys one of its weakest limbs, which is a 2. So now it's going to counterattack you for 2. So you're going to take 2 damage, and you can roll for it to possibly miss, though, if you want.
Okay, yeah. How do I...
So hover over the dice and press R to roll. Okay, so that does nothing for that.
Nothing. Okay, cool.
So you take the 2 damage.
Wait. There we go.
Hover over it and scroll your mouse down, I think.
Yeah, that works too. Or the spacebar. Okay. All right, now it's the junk golem's turn to attack, and it's going to attack you for all of 2. Are you sure you're prepared to take that 2 damage?
Definitely.
Okay, you can roll again to try to get no damage. Man. Okay. So yeah, you take the 2 damage, but you get to counterattack for 4.
Okay, cool.
Because it'd be your weakest limb, but both limbs are 4, so -4. All right, now it's back to you. Let's see you finish this guy out.
Now you just get to spit on him and he's gone.
Yeah, I'm going to attack him again.
Okay. So you attack and he dies. Oh, why wouldn't I have fire golem?
I got lucky there, him being weak, because if double HP would have
if he gets 10s and he's double HP, it's just all slog, and he can really drain you.
So do the limbs shuffle for each enemy in the?
Yep, it's always going to be different.
Nice.
They're always going to have different power levels.
That's cool.
All right, so you get You don't have any disables. You can pick any of these limbs to take as amplified potions, or if you want to change them out with a limb you currently have.
I think. Let's see. I'll take.
A suggestion would be to change out your 3-leg with the 4, and then you get an extra bonus and have higher speed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll switch that out.
Okay, you'll lose this die, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as big of a deal.
Cool. All right.
So you should be able to just put it on it, and the left leg, it'll just stick and orient itself correctly.
Nope. It does it correctly?
Okay. For the left leg and the 2 arms. Yep. You could just leave it there, and there we go. There you go.
Nice.
So and then this 3 goes back. Oh, and give yourself 4 HP for that. You get to just take that as HP also.
Sweet.
And are you going to search the city, or are you going to a long rest?
Let's see. Okay, so I needed to up my HP, right?
Yes, by 4. By 4 for the limb, yeah.
Okay, so does that put me back to 20 or just at 20?
That puts you at 20, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna search the city.
Search the city. Okay, so you're up here. You did raise hutch, right? All right.
Yes.
So go ahead and flip this card up here by your little token, and let's see what it is. All right, you get to take that as a loot. So just take that into your hand.
That's legit. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have flipped that over, because if you were the warlord, you would have wanted that to be concealed. Sorry about that. You could go ahead and take it in your hand. This is the first time I'm playing with this dynamic of, just the warlord can take its own base and then carry it to wherever it wants to attack. So,
okay.
All right. So you've searched, raise hutch. Raise hutch is clean, and then these 2. One of these will go to the warlord, and then
and then I get my level up too.
Yes, and you give your level up exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, what the junk? Why did that reveal? What happened there? I took...
What?
Oh, wait. Where did that come from? Oh, I took... Dang it.
What happened?
So I took... I think I accidentally took this card that was at a headstone. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. Sorry about this. I'm going to reshuffle all the remaining city cards, so we don't know where the warlord is now. So it's going to be at a different place than when we started, but that way the base is somewhere else.
That's okay.
Should there be
Well,
Yeah, what happened? Oh, sometimes it gets hidden. So hold on. I'm going to have to flip it. Of course, now I have to redo it so that we don't know where things are.
Am I able to switch out? So I just take this at loot. I can't.
Yeah, you just take that as an amplify /
Okay. Cool. All right.
Golly sakes, Tabletopia. Sometimes you're great, sometimes you're not. Okay.
My gosh, last time I tried to use this on so bad, and I still don't know. I was like, I'm just going to use a different browser.
Yeah. Totally. Okay. So here's the headstone loot. Here's the Port Powers loot. And here's the Swift loot. All right. So now we don't. So the Warlord's base is under one of those now. Okay. So it is. So LJ just went. So now it is Valendro's turn.
Okay. I am. Again, I'm a staunch believer in my city being the wind guy. I'm going to come down to Swift.
Okay. I'm sorry, Valendro, real quick. I'm sorry. LJ, so a bonus for defeating Raise Hutch is you get +5 to your HP. So go ahead and add +5 more to your HP.
Sweet.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I forgot to do that. And I need to finish this cleanup. Come on. All right, so you're going to search that save out. So instead of what I told LJ to do, just go ahead and take that into your hand. All right. Oh man. Okay, you found the warlord. All right. So
I must defend my city.
You must defend your city, exactly. So I'm going to move it up here. So whoever is the warlord, you can, and then this one is going to get junked down here.
It's not me.
All right. So whoever is the warlord, you're going to engage in battle with. Then let's see, where is everyone else? So you're right here, Dustin. So you're real close. LJ's a bit away. So you would still have to, you guys would still have to take a turn to move in after the initial attack, or I'd have to move in also after the initial attack with Valendro and the warlord attacking him. But let's see who it is first. So LJ, go ahead and show that it's you. I know it. It's gotta be you, right?
So I didn't get a card or anything, but when I logged on...
When you what?
When I logged on, it said something about player controlled warlord.
Yeah. Okay. So that probably means it's you. So you can just be the warlord. No, I'm kidding. The warlord is me, guys. I'm the warlord.
I don't know if it was kind of. I didn't know if that meant I was the warlord or not.
I think player-controlled warlord meant we're playing as a team. We're not playing a one-player game. We're playing a multiple player.
Exactly. There's essentially game-controlled warlord and player-controlled warlord. Because in a one-player game or two-player game, the warlord is controlled by the game essentially.
Oh, okay, interesting.
All right, so give me
I totally did not see that coming, Francisco, with that 9 move and restore. Like, man,
hey, I could have given 6 damage to all you guys, so I thought that sort of put the scent off my.
It was up in the air between you and LJ.
Oh my word. All right, so I didn't level up. Dang it, man! I really want to level up, but I do get to have 2 extra arms and 1 extra leg. So let me build my guy real quick, guys. I appreciate your patience while the warlord is built. All right, so, and I am going to take these cards into my hand.
How much HP does he got?
I don't know yet because I have to put I'm still building out my guy. Okay, so let's give this a 7 here. So 2 7s is 21.
This is gonna be fun.
No, let's not do that. Let's do a 9. All right, so 2 7s and a 9. That's what's the speed? That's 14 plus 9. 23 speed.
So you can stack parts, basically. Or no?
He has three legs.
3 legs.
Oh, he has extra parts. Oh,
yeah, because this is your
crazy.
big boss, so he's a bit beefier.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna take. Let's see. That's 23, and I have 12.
I have a fun idea. I'm gonna see if I can execute. But
so
I'll let you execute him. But
I want to see if I want to see what his HP do.
all right.
I at least want to play out the idea. I don't have to get the kill shot. But.
All right, so I'm going to get my a +4 bonus still because I have 2 arm sockets that are paired, and I'm going to add that to my speed. So I have a speed of 27 and an attack strength of 12 plus 10, 22. And a full life of, what is that, 22 plus 23? 45.
Francisco's trying to be Unicron.
Yeah, exactly.
that's right.
I consume planets. All right, guys. So here's some things that are different with the warlord from the last time we played. When it's you guys, well. Usually, whatever Mageneers are attacking the warlord, they get to go first. Right now, it's just going to be Valendro because he's the only one there. But and I'll move my guy down here. So for the Warlord gets to take an action, and Malcolm will get to take an action. And so that you're aware of all the powers that are going to be coming at you. For the Warlord, they have these abilities. They can barrage attack, which means they can attack all the Magineers that are there. They have Vampiric Clutch, which they can attack one of you, and any damage inflicted, they get to take back half of that as life, as HP. They have Sacrifice Acolyte, which this is something that none of us ran into. But let's say you're fighting the Junk Golems and your life got down to 0. They're able to defeat you. In those cases, you have one opportunity in a game to cling to life, which means essentially you're going to draw a card. Your opposer is going to draw a card. And if you're trying to cling to life and you get the high card, you get to survive essentially one more turn at 1 HP. So you'll get to survive or you have 1 HP. Your HP goes, instead of 0, your HP is 1. So you survive probably one more turn. It might be more, but usually just one more turn. With the Warlord, he has something a little different. His cling to life, he gets +2 to whatever he draws. So even if he draws a 2, his cling to life will count as a 4. And he will sacrifice his Acolyte, so he won't be able to use Malcolm as an extra action, but he'll return back to his max HP. So right now my max HP is 45. I'd go back up to, from 0, because you guys would have pummeled me down to 0, back up to 45. So that's what his cling to life. So you may not want to just throw the kitchen sink at him thinking he's dead, because he won't be necessarily. He could be, because he may lose that cling to life action, but it's also possible he won't. And then Malcolm's abilities are Poison Buyer, which will do, well, I'll go into that if I do it, but there's several things that, oh man, I could do that and spoil your guys' day. Jeez. Okay, anyway.
real quick, how would he lose his cling to life potentially if he hasn't used it yet?
Because it's a draw.
It's a draw of the high card essentially. So
gotcha.
From the pile. So if one of you, so Valendro's the leader as Chunk, so he would draw the card for you guys. If I drew a 2 and he drew a 10, I wouldn't cling to life. I'd die. You'd have beaten me. Dale says
because you're Chunk and it sounds like Chunk, you have to yell, "Hey, you guys!" in the when you draw.
Hey, you
mandatory.
guys!
I think that is mandatory. Yes. Let me answer a question in chat here. Dale says, "Play nice, thank you." Play nice now. Yeah, we'll try. Age says the Warlord is incomplete. Quick, preemptive strike. Yeah, while I'm building up, you guys start attacking me. Doesn't work that way, but nice try, Age. All right, so for now, it's just me and Valendro. So
They did ask a question, though.
Yeah, of course.
Do they have this as an app on Steam or something?
No, there isn't. There is a Tabletopia Steam app, if that's what you're talking about. But I haven't made this into a video game yet. That is an aspiration of mine to make this into a Game Boy/Game Boy Advance game that you can play. But that's
I see the influences. It's great.
Yeah, thank you. Is that the question you were asking, Valendra, or did I misunderstand?
I mean, he asked it. Age of Origin asked that in the chat. So
I guess I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did ask that. I'm so sorry I missed that, Age. Yes. It's not in Steam or anything like that. You can play it through Tabletopia if you play test with me. And if you'd like to play test, by all means, please go sign up at junkyardjuggernauts.com to be added to the mailing list. And I frequently am asking for playtesters right now. So I'd love to, if you'd like to playtest, I often will do it on Saturdays and Monday evenings. But if you were to reach out to me through the newsletter, I'd probably make special accommodations to try to figure out a time to work with you. But yeah, I was asking about the platform, not the game. Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Well, I mean, both are valid.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Any last questions, guys, before we start this battle?
Real quick, just 'cause I think I'm missing out.
Yeah.
Where is the chat? If I click up on our chat, it only shows the 4 of us. Like the thing you
so this is Twitch or YouTube
Twitch
or
chat.
Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah. We have people in all those
Okay,
places.
never mind then.
Yeah.
Just a quick confirmation. I'm guessing the Cling to Life is only a once per
game, yeah. So if I were to do it, I wouldn't get another chance to do it. Same for you guys.
It'd be like one of those pesky RPG bosses.
Exactly.
Like, oh.
Exactly.
Or like Gil in Street Fighter.
Okay, yeah, just want to make sure.
Whoops. I'm gonna shuffle that. All right. So you're up, Valendra. What are you going to do first?
All right. So first things first, I am going to kitchen sink.
Okay.
I am going to attack, and I can amplify my attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm way up there. I need to get.
So I'm going to attack, which I get to use my speed instead of my attack.
Yeah.
As my level up.
Mm-hmm.
So my attack is 26. However, I have a speed times 2.
Okay.
So there's
wow.
going to be 52 that I'm attacking for.
Nice. Okay, so now everyone that has a earth limb can roll a die, and I get to roll an extra one because I have the earth mageneer. All right, so I'm gonna roll. What do I get here? All right, so I'm going to add this to my +5 attack strength.
I got an amplify roll.
Okay, so you get to draw a card and just have an extra card in hand, Dustin. Don't take all of them. Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
All right, and let's see, Valendra, you don't get to roll any because you don't have any greens, and you don't get to roll any because you don't have any greens, LJ. All right. Whew. Okay, so you're. Oh my gosh. Okay. 56 damage, you say?
Oh!
6, good sir.
Oh!
Francisco has no cards, and he's dead.
I have
Wow.
cards.
That'd be nice.
Oh my.
Okay, what's your speed at?
26.
Wow.
No, isn't it
absorb it?
It's double that, right? Because of your overdrive. So I can't absorb it.
Oh yeah.
Because my speed's only 27.
But he's got to have a potion or a not today.
Jiminy
to
Christmas.
negate
Oh, you
Why-
put the +4 into your attack, not your speed.
All right, no, I put it into my speed. I did put it into my speed. I just got a +5 die roll, so I added it to my attack.
Right.
All right. I guess I have to do this. I'm gonna do a potion. So the tracker's gonna go up from 1 to 1. So if you want to overpower, you're gonna have to play a potion.
And I will go ahead and do that.
All right. Then I have to pay 2. Golly sakes, why did you do this to me?
It's not a bad move. You may wipe out all of his cards at least, even if you don't kill him. All of his ability to defend.
Okay. Why are you giggling over there? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my Wise Passion Amplify, because I can play as the defender, so that I can re-roll any Amplify rolls. But this is a Fire Amplify, so if you have a Fire Limb or you're the Fire Mageneer, you can roll a die. So
let's go.
This allows me to roll 2. Please let me get an Amplify in one of these.
Does this mean something of mine is disabled even though I'm not there fighting it?
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, but that's not going to matter
garbage.
because you would just move it off for your move. So if you get it disabled, don't worry about it. It's not going to affect you. Unless you're in the battle itself.
Right.
Okay, and then I'm going to. You get one more though, Dustin, because you have all 4 elements. So you get to roll one more.
Again.
So you could just re-roll that, yeah. Okay, so that potion is also going to do you no good because you're not in the battle. So you can just put that back.
Did I have rolled 2 on the first one then?
No, you had the disable, I thought, on the first one.
No, I mean, this is my second time rolling dice because should I have rolled 2 dice the first time I rolled around?
Yeah, you could have, yes.
Oh.
One for one for the flame and one for because you have one of each element.
Right. All right, so let me just do that again just for okay, so I should have one more card then.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want 3, I want 1. There we go.
There you go. Okay, so I got a +2 in disable. I'm going to choose, let's see, what did you get, LJ, for your rolls?
Oh. Wait, so I got to roll, what am I rolling?
You're rolling 3 die because I amplified fire.
Okay.
So here are your 3.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I may just, the reason I'm asking is I can elect to re-roll one of yours if I want. So that's why I'm curious what you're rolling.
So, does that...
Re-roll the disable, Francisco.
Yeah, let me do that. No, I'm actually going to re-roll my disable that I got up here in hopes of gaining amplify. Come on. Okay, well, now I'm going to use my gem ability. Roll 1 extra die when making a amplify roll, so I should have rolled an extra die here. Dang it! Oh, crap. Okay, well, fine. +4 HP then. 49.
So does this mean I get these bonuses when I get to you, or no?
So no, you can take +5 to your attack strength or +4 to your HP right now.
Okay.
All right. Fine. So that I was hoping to get an extra amplify out of all that. I didn't. I still get to re-roll these, but all right, fine. I'm going to play this one for 2 potions. So now you have to pay 3 potions if you want to overpower that dispel, Valendro.
I don't have 3 potions, so.
Good. All right, so all these are going to move into the junk pile. Let me just do some cleanup real quick, guys. Oh, whoops. That should actually be showing because that's the junk pile because you may want to do your junk NATO with these. All right, so now that was your attack. So now it's to me to attack. Oh, this was, this goes in the junk pile too. My turn to attack, and I get 2 things now. I am going to, because of you trying to destroy my life like that, I am going to do a couple things. First, I'm going to do okay, sorry guys. I'm going to make this utterly miserable for you. I am going to first off, I'm going to do Vampiric Clutch. So I'm attacking you for 27, Valendro.
Cool.
And if it goes through, I will get half of that back. My current speed is 27, which is higher than yours, so you can't absorb it. But you could use a potion. That'd be the only other way to make it. Or you could just take the 20... How much was it? 27 damage.
Okay, I was going to ask, the potion tracker reset back to 1?
Yes, it resets back to 1 after each sort of mini engagement.
Okay.
This part gets a little blurry for you, Age. Oh, yeah. How could I help understand that? Jail says he knows the secret. He won't tell. Jeez. Yeah, which is it the turns or which part of this Age is a little blurry to you? Are you thinking, Val, or are you?
No, I was waiting for them to respond. So.
Oh, okay. just a lot of rolls and potions going on in one turn to mitigate damage. Yeah, and the reason there's so many rolls going on is because I want everyone to still be involved. Even if it's not your turn, I want there to be an element where you could still get to do something, even if it's not your turn. Otherwise, you're just waiting. You could be potentially waiting a long time. It takes. I had a first time player comment last night playing with him that there's a high sort of learning curve or steep barrier to entry to learn this game. But once you get one game in, I think the second game really sort of blossoms for you in terms of.
I think I started to really understand about halfway.
Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. LJ, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so
even with the changes, because I played previously on one of the other playtests, even with the changes, it's been fairly easy for me to keep up and not really worry about it. So, that's how I was able to kind of strategize to the position I'm in right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I will use a potion to attempt to
dispel that. All right. So that is going to increase the tracker. I am not going to try to overpower that. So that gets junked. That goes back down. And now it is Dustin and Dustin's turn first to try and move over to where we are, which you have plenty of movement for that, Dustin, because you're at 8.
I don't want to help him out. I just want to see what happens.
All right, that's fine.
See what happens, you know.
Oh, my word.
All right, so I jump over there.
Yep. Awesome.
To fight.
And now, LJ, let's see. You have...
I'm indifferent towards snow.
Just a second. What's up?
It's snowy.
Okay, that's great.
Go on, guys.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Valendro. Francisco doesn't realize that with the two of us here, we now have the power of friendship.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You know what?
I'm just gonna try and burn everything.
You know what ship they can never sink? A friendship. Okay. I am curious how many. Let's see. You're up here in Ray's hutch, right, LJ? So
yeah,
to
I'm
move
up
down
the
here, it'd take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get there.
Okay, I'll use all my movement to get there.
All right. So I'll let you move your guy down there.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
That was
I didn't get the fight yet, though.
No, it's still now it's it goes back to highest speed. So now what's going to happen is Valendro is going to go, then Dustin, you're going to get to go, and then LJ is going to get to go.
Oh, we all moved there just because the fight engaged. That wasn't our turn.
Exactly. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So now you're all going to get to go before I can attack you all, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So Valendro, you get to go again.
All right.
Throw the sink at him again.
And that's exactly what I'm doing.
What?
But the augment is water type, which I have 2 of.
Okay.
And here comes the second kitchen sink, another speed times 2.
Oh my gosh.
52 points coming at you again.
Oh.
You want a deck of cards? We got 52 for you.
I've been drawing so many cards waiting for my kitchen sink move. This is great.
Guys, hold on. Can we walk back one thing? Because I forgot. I also have my because you may not want to do that given what I was going to do before all the movement. Because I did my warlord attack, but I didn't my warlord action. I didn't do my Malcolm action though. So go ahead and take that back, Valendro, just in case you don't want to do what you're just about to do. Okay. Because I'm going to use I'm going to amplify Earth. So Earth is amplified, but I am doing my hunker down special. So damage taken reduced to 1 until a new action taken and enable all limbs. So now all my damage to me is going to be at 1 until Malcolm takes a new action. So if you want to, and everyone has Earth, can roll Earth also.
Where is that hunker down ability?
It's on my Mage
He's like, I want to see it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I no longer have an Earth one, so I'm good.
Roll, and again, amplify.
Now, question for you, Francisco. On your turn, you have to do a Warlord and a Malcolm action, correct? You can't just be like, I'm just not going to let Malcolm move the rest of the game, so everyone's just going to hit me for 1 no matter what for 15 turns.
So no, that's I can still take Warlord actions, but the Malcolm action can just sit at Hunker Down.
Ooh.
So that's why I said I'm going to make this really painful for you guys, mainly because I want to prove that the Warlord can win versus 3 players. I don't know. I may still not win, but we'll see.
Damage taken reduced to 1 until new action taken. So we can only hit you for 1 until Malcolm takes a turn.
Exactly.
But that's not the most OP ability I've ever seen.
That combo.
I will say this, guys. It's sort of, and this is me. I've never run into this scenario before, so this is part of the playtesting process. Because that is so OP, here's what I'm going to say. It will be sort of a lasting action, but every time it's Malcolm's turn, you'll have the opportunity to potion to dispel it, because it is an action that can be dispelled. So you'll have that opportunity.
He has to use that action again.
Well, he's sort of like, he doesn't have to redo that action each turn, but since it's a lasting action, I'm just going to say for at least this play test until I think about it more. If you want to try to dispel it with a potion, you can do that.
Okay. So here's a question.
Yes.
With that, it says enable all limbs. Does that enable all limbs every round too, or is that for this when
that
it's
was just for
taken?
That was just for the first time when the action's taken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll make a difference because that does re-enable all limbs.
Mm-hmm.
That you can, have to retake that action or do something else to. Okay.
Yeah. And we may have to do some figuring this out as we go, but for now, essentially all your damage is going to do 1 damage to him.
That's okay. That's fine. I think we can, because of the limitations of that.
Mm-hmm.
That might be. I think we might be able to get around that over time.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
We will see.
The possibility is there. It's not terribly OP, I don't think.
So
it's pretty OP. But.
Something to think about is that. Well, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else, but go ahead.
So what I'm going to do for my action, I am not going to attack. I'm going to go ahead and use static shock.
Dang it.
So I can disable all of my enabled arms or enabled legs, and you must choose the same number of limbs to disable. So I'm disabling both my arms.
Why you gotta do that to me?
Choose 2 limbs to disable.
All right, fine. But if you disable your arms, you won't be able to attack. Maybe. Are you sure you want to disable your arms and not your legs?
I got some pretty good kicks.
Fine. Okay, I'm going to disable this 2, and I'm going to disable this 6. So now my attack is essentially 14 instead of actually it's 27 minus 8, so 19 is my attack strength right now. All right, so that is your action. I'm not going to try to dispel it, and that's your turn. So now is that your turn? Are you done, Val?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, it's your turn, Dustin.
Okay, so you're still at damage taken is just 1
Correct.
At the moment.
Yes. I would look at your Riptide ability.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Play water or wind, and that's from my hand, not obviously what I'm wearing.
Correct.
Right.
Throw my arm at you. Ignore its effect. enable all allies' limbs or all defenders' legs disabled. Okay, well, I don't have a. In everything I'm holding, I don't have a wind or water card.
Oh,
in my
man.
hand.
Oh no!
Let me answer this
Holding
question
a lot of other cards
from
but not that
Dale.
one.
When a player plays, does the player have a list of things to do as she completes their turn, like risk, exercise, where it's like add, move, attack, move, or whatever? Kind of. So on the player cards, it says what you're doing during a combat round. It also says how to attribute damage and how to use potions. These are supposed to be, and I'm showing this on screen, guys. These are supposed to be sort of like little reminders, and it would say more fleshed out in the rules what you do on your turns. Does that answer your question, Dale? If you think my arms are mighty, wait till you get a load of my kicks. Oh my gosh. All right. Sorry, Dustin, what were you going to go ahead and do?
No, it's fine. There's not much point in me trying to attack you with anything strong right now.
Okay. If you want me to suggest something, I have a suggestion, but
yeah, go for it.
I would roll a Seize Bounty. I would do your Seize Bounty action. That's
what I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
Because nothing I can throw at you is going to be worth you using a potion on. Oh, 1 damage. Oh, it was me.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking I can try and buff myself up as much as I can.
And you do have your amplifies too, if any of those abilities have anything useful that aren't necessarily directly to damage.
But the amplifies wouldn't go past the 1 damage still, right? Yeah.
Well,
if I had a double, even for 2 damage.
Well, yeah, but there are amplifies that don't do damage, like ones that disable limbs or restore limbs. Or
exactly. So destroy limbs. There's ones that
healing.
There's
I don't know what all there are, but there are some that are not combat. So if you have any, plus I don't remember what the quest ones are. So, I would definitely say read
I'm
those.
looking at all those right now. So
possible. If not, then by all means.
I am wondering, your speed is what, Francisco? Oh, it's faster than me.
27.
I could
27 speed.
Okay, so
yeah.
All right. So that doesn't really come into play with attacking right now either. All right, so I'm gonna Seize Bounty this.
Okay. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 die you get to roll.
All right.
There you go.
Is there a way to just roll all of them at the same time?
Yeah, so you can shift and then drag a box over them all and then press R to roll them all.
All right, here we go.
He gets the +1 for having the limbs too.
That's for an amplify roll. This is an action roll, so it's a little different.
All right, so I did get 1 disable, which is a bummer.
No, you pick one of these. You pick 2 of these for Seize Bounty.
I picked 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do +4 to health and a +5 to attack.
So you can just go ahead and scroll wheel those up because the dice are going to go away. So those are sort of permanent effects.
All right, perfect on that.
Okay. Then I believe that's all you can do. I think that's all you have, right? Because that's your action. All right. Then it's LJ's turn.
All right. So you can still only take 1 damage, right?
Correct.
All right. And then so I can play like an amplifier.
Yeah,
or like an ability. All right. So I want to do this one. I'm just gonna put it right here, and I want to I want to destroy one of your limbs here.
Yeah, that's gross.
I want to get rid of this 9.
The 9. Okay. All right.
I think that would be best.
Slow him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you guys do get me down to 0 speed somehow, then you will start critting limbs even with 1 damage.
Yeah, so I want to eliminate that.
All right. Fine. I'll take that into my hand as an amplify.
And then that goes into the junk.
That goes in the junk pile, exactly.
Sweet. All right.
Okay.
I was waiting to use that one.
All right. So now my speed is down to 18.
Yeah.
14 plus 4.
Love it. Cool.
I like how that's a destroy a limb, not a disable limb. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
a nice
destroy. Yes, I was like, I'm using that for
Yeah.
sure. All right.
And are you going to try attacking at all? Or are you? I mean, you have to take an action of some sort.
Let's see. I think. I mean, I don't know what else I can. Because you only have the 1 HP, right?
Yeah, and I would still be counterattacking you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. You have to worry about the counterattacks.
I could have dispelled. I probably should have.
There was nothing for you to dispel, though, right?
That's actually a good point. To cancel all counterattacks, just like the reducing all damage to 1, does that, since you take 1 counterattack and it hits us all, does that cancel that counterattack?
No, it's just for Riviera. That's her special bonus.
Okay, so I have to take an action. So I do.
Yes, you do have to take an action. So Dustin, he didn't do his action didn't damage anything. That's why there wasn't a counterattack. But all your actions are damaging, so you will inflict a counterattack.
And there's no option to pass on an action?
No, you don't have to play an amplify card, but you do have to take an action.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll take the action.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Don't worry, guys. This isn't going to be as bad as you think.
Okay.
So are you just attacking, or are you going to start your lava flow process? What did you want to do?
Ooh, I could start. Okay.
That's not a bad move. That could siphon his cards out.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. All right. So to start that process.
Essentially, I'm going to give you. Yeah, so I'll just explain it because it can be a little hard to understand. So essentially, you start with taking the first action is the first step in lava flow. So you attack with your weakest arm, and then if I wanted to dispel that, it cost me 2 to dispel. So that's action 1. Then the next time it's your turn, the next action you take would be attack with your strongest arm, and it costs 3 to dispel.
Okay, so that doesn't cost me anything. It just I have to do that process. Okay.
Yes, exactly. And if you elect to, let's say you're in the middle of it and you choose a different action, you'd have to start all over.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start the process then.
Okay. Yes. So you're attacking with your weakest limb, which is your 4. So I reduced that down to 1 and counterattack you for 0 because you disabled my arms. So those essentially count as 0. So I'm counterattacking for 0. Thanks.
Yes.
Perfect.
So what about your other arms? Why are those not in play here? Just
because the counterattack is always with your weakest arm, and disabled arms count as 0. So those become your weakest arms.
Oh wow! Yay!
So okay.
That's there's a blessing right there.
Yes. All right. Cool.
All right. So I believe you're done, LJ?
Yes, I'm done.
All right. Yep. So now it's my turn. All right, guys, prepare to reap the whirlwind. Maybe.
And so
we'll see.
And so, are we able to play counter?
Play counters?
Or is there Is there a counter?
We can play cards to dispel and disable and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can use potions to dispel the attack, or you can.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to start with Valendro. I'm going to do my barrage attack for my warlord action. So I'm going to be attacking each one of you. I'm going to start with Valendro. I am attacking you with, let's see, this is 27 minus 8, so that's 19 damage, and I have a speed of 18. So you can disable your strongest limb to absorb that, or you can just take the 18 damage. Or use a potion, whichever. Those are your options.
18 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and take the 18.
Okay.
Just absorb that. I myself had decent amount there.
And then you're going to counterattack me for... You can't counterattack me because both your arms are disabled.
I can't counterattack with my kicks?
Nope, you cannot. Strong, weakest,
Okay.
weakest arm. Dale asks, what did you ask, Dale? Francisco is a really cool dude, but I find it kind of funny that he loses the game that he creates. How dare you, Dale? I'm not losing. I'm winning somehow. Okay, then I'm going to attack Dustin next. So I'm attacking you with 18, speed of 18.
All right, 18, speed of 18.
I got my twig ability. Ooh.
That's true. So you'll actually, your damage is going to be reduced by 3. So it's going to be, if you take the damage, that is, it'll be reduced
15,
by 3.
Right?
What was that?
So it'll go down to 15 damage if I take it.
Exactly.
All right, I think. Gosh, if you didn't have that stupid 1 damage thing, I'd be like, I'd just kill you right away now. You got no chance. Is there a way to see how many cards each player is holding?
Yeah, in the icons at the top, it will say how many cards people have. So you have 6, Valendra has 1, LJ has 2 cards in your hand.
How do we get rid of that ability from you?
I didn't even see those icons.
Which ability, LJ?
Your little 1 ability. Is there a way to get...
Yeah, next time. So it's my turn around when I do my Malcolm special. If I elect to continue with Hunker Down and don't choose another action, you guys can try to dispel it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So we had to wait for you to hunker down. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to absorb that then.
Okay. The 18 damage.
15.
15 damage. Excuse me. The 50 damage. Enjoy. You're dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Who do you think you are? Me?
You counterattack for 1 damage. So that does 1 damage to me. All right. And so now it's I'm going to attack LJ for 18 damage.
Ooh. Okay, so I got to roll my little...
Yeah, you roll your guy. Okay, so nothing. So still 18 damage.
Oh.
And you can use the potions in your hand. My speed is still higher than yours, so you can't disable a limb to mitigate the damage.
I don't see those icons with the card numbers on my screen.
Oh, really?
Next to the player names? I don't know.
Yeah, it's next to the player circles.
Do you see those circles at the top? Or
my screen doesn't have a player circle.
Oh, maybe you hid them. Let me see if there's a way to bring them back up, or if there is a way to
I hid the player circles.
Let me see.
There's hand dies.
Okay. So I just have to take the damage then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to bring that back up.
Okay.
Dispel.
But so that you
that's
know,
the only thing I was wondering is how many cards you're holding, Francisco. As I'm trying to.
I'm holding 10 cards, so you probably don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's rocking 2.
Okay. So I have to take that damage, right?
Unless you use a potion to mitigate it, or have an ability.
Oh. Let's see. So can only this with other not to, okay, so
dang it.
You heard it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Fine. Use or not today. Yeah, you can use that. Yes. All right. So I can't. I mean, I have lots of not todays, but I don't want to use them right now. So
10 of them, right? 10.
Yeah, exactly. 10 not todays. Yeah, it's the Warlord secret stash. All right. So that was the Warlord's ability. Okay, so now it is Malcolm's ability. So I'm going to say the last person I attacked has the option of trying to negate the potion, or trying to dispel the potions, or dispel my action of hunker down. So I don't have to play another card to keep it engaged, but you have the opportunity to dispel it now.
So just one potion dispel?
Yeah, unless I want to, counter it. But yes.
Okay.
And that's only if that's the ability you want to use, right?
Exactly. If I wanted to use something else, I could do that. But I think I'm going to continue trying to hunker down.
Okay.
Dispel.
And I think that also gives me some strategy as to who I attack, because I know the last person I attack is going to be the one to have to try to dispel. So, all right, you're using a 1 to dispel that. Try to dispel. Okay, so let me move this up on the track. So I only need to play 1 to dispel.
To counter it. Oh.
To counter your dispel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have waited on that probably.
I don't know. We've got to limit his cards out so we can dispel him and kill him.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just. It may have been the bad move, but I'm going to let that dispel. So he doesn't get that.
Kitchen sink. Kitchen sink.
All right. So that's that. So now it's your guys's. It's back to Valindra, I believe.
Okay. All right. Let me check.
Do it.
Talk about a tell. Right.
I don't think it's a good time to kitchen sink. I really don't. Because
I feel like my ability is the. So I'm saving that one.
Are you talking about your extra action from your level up, LJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think if I were to try and kitchen sink, he would just dispel it at this moment.
He's only got 1 card left, right?
No, 10 cards.
2.
I have 10 cards.
Oh, he's got 2. Okay.
He's got 2, so I wouldn't be able to counter any sort of dispels. So I am just going to speedily attack for 26.
For 26?
Ooh. He's got his movement down too from when I disabled that leg.
Yeah, so I can't. What's your movement
that
at?
means he's going to lose a disabled limb as well?
You're at
26.
26. Oh, crap. Okay. All right, I'm going to take that damage. 26 damage, you said?
Yep.
And
disabled limb?
Yes. And it destroys my weakest limb, which is the 2.
Yes.
So that's done now.
You go.
All right. That's going to go in the junk pile.
He's dead.
He's dead. I'm not dead yet. All right. Now it's Dustin's. Or were you done, Val? I think you're. I imagine you're done. Okay, Dustin.
All right.
I keep forgetting. I need to move this attacker to whoever's attacking. There you go.
Okay.
All right. For the sake of, I really want to either kill him or get rid of his card so he can't dispel if any other moves we do to this guy.
I would say,
we gotta burn through.
I would say get rid of his cards.
We've got to get rid of his cards, right?
Because I have a plan with where he's at with HP.
Well, I'm glad you can attack with your legs because you're the no-armed bandit at the moment.
Yep.
Well, Valendra is, yeah.
Yeah. So if I do a straight-up attack, it's 22, which would kill you unless you stop it or block it.
Save it. I have a...
That's just the standard attack. That's just me.
I think I can end it.
Okay,
well, I mean, either way, he still has his cling to life.
Right, which is a gamble. He could die on the cling to life.
It is. But we need to realize that killing him might not kill him. Is kind of the point.
Yeah.
So
he can play the cling to life whenever he wants.
No, I can only do cling to life
6 cards
when I fall to 0 life.
Oh,
right. Yeah, no.
I've got 6 cards to counter his counters if he throws them at me.
Okay.
And that's actually a good question. Since we're on that point, can you counter on an ally's behalf?
No, only for yourself.
Yeah, he totally shot down my power of friendship ability that I was talking about earlier.
So what does the cling to life do then? Again?
Okay,
I know what it does, but
it's
for
once
me
per game.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Val. I'm curious. I want to hear someone else explain this. That's be very valuable to me to know what's understood and what's not. So yeah, please explain it, Val.
All right, yeah, sure. So yeah, once per game, when your health reaches 0, then you can do Cling to Life, where you and whoever you're fighting both draw a card, high-low contest. Whoever gets the high card wins. If the attacker gets the attacker gets it, then the defender is dead. If the defender gets it, they stay alive with 1 HP unless it's the warlord.
I want to take
it goes back up to max.
I think. I kind of want to take the gamble. I don't want to. It would be fun if it. The way I'm thinking, but then it would also screw. It would also screw you guys, I think.
So,
that's the whole thing. Is we kind of want to get him to that point because I've got a feeling he will cling to life.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Try to.
You have no choice. You either die or you try.
I'm down to be the sacrificial.
Well, that's the whole thing. Only the defender is who's clinging to life.
Yeah.
The attacker doesn't. The attacker isn't.
Yeah. The attacker's just trying to card.
As the attacker, if you lose, you don't.
I have something where I can dump all his HP as soon as we get to my turn. I have something that I can do.
But I'm pretty sure I can, like I said, either kill him or get him to drain his cards right now. So when it comes back around.
And both of those are good things. We want to drain his cards so that he can't stop us from draining his HP.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Having said that, I'm going to do a straight up attack. Just straight up swing at you because my attack is more HP than you have left now. So you've either got to block it or use your Cling to Life right now.
Ooh. And then if I come in with that one, if I come in with a 1-2 after that, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Let me see if I have any other options.
Warlord.
At least if he goes back up to full HP, I can at least. Even though I sacrifice.
All right, fine. I'm going to use this 2 potion, unfortunately. All right, so if you want to overpower Dustin, you have to use. You still only have to use 1, but this is what I have.
Where's your potion card? I don't see it.
I put it on the other board.
So I can use any 1 powered. Like I can go, hey, there's a 1 potion.
Yep, you could do that.
Negate that potion. You gonna play your last card now?
Wow. I'm not. I'm not gonna play my last card. So
because you would need 2, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have to have a 2 potion encounter. Okay, so you're down to 0 and you're gonna try to cling to life, right?
Yes. There's only 1.
And I destroyed a land in the process.
There's only 1 card, so what I'm gonna do is excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm going to shuffle the deck. All right. And I'm going to draw. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to draw a card, leaving it face down, put it in front of me. Valendro, your chunk, so you're like the team captain of you guys. So you draw the other card, and we'll flip it on 3. And I get +2 to whatever result I am going to have.
Oh,
okay.
Because that's my
warlord. We expected this. He has to do this at some point. So we had to get it.
All right. On 3, flip. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I cling to life. So let me double check that I set my life to the correct thing. So it should be
45, I believe, is what you had.
Well, but I lost a limb, so I don't get all the way back up. So 12 plus 8 is 20. So 34, I believe, is what I should be at.
Okay, I'm gonna wait to kamikaze.
34.
What if I just want to not today your cling to life?
You can't do that.
Right, I'm gonna wait then. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
All right. So good job, though. Good job with that, Dustin. and then
What's that?
I lose Malcolm. So nice
Yes!
job. You just killed
Hunter
your
down
You can't
is
do
gone.
that. Yeah. Ooh.
just killed your
Yes.
brother. Nice job. No, not
Can
Malcolm.
you add?
I
It was
don't
a small
care
one.
about
Okay.
Malcolm.
Okay.
I will survive.
Can you add? Can you add the word Satan to the not today card? Just, not today, Satan.
Not
Play that
today,
out.
Satan. That's
Not
awesome.
today, Satan.
All right, so now it is. Let's see, LJ's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna wait then to do what I do.
I mean, go for it if that's what you want. I mean,
Well, I don't want to risk my HP because I would use my HP to deal damage to him, so I don't.
okay.
No, do that.
I'm gonna-
I think you should do that.
You did.
If-
You had
actually-
your stage 2 of lava flow.
Yeah. So yeah. So honestly, though, I could take 25 off. It would leave me at 1 HP.
Yeah, why
But
would
I
you
could
want to do
take-
that?
I can-
That sounds like
we
great.
can-
If he
we can-
counterattack.
I mean, we can hold that off as
Unless he.
Well, the thing is, he's still got a card, so he's still got a counter.
Okay. So, but can he disable my special action?
Because
Yeah,
because
I
it's an
can.
attack.
Because it's in action. All actions can
Oh.
be, except for the
Yeah.
The
sacrifice
only one you
acolyte. All
couldn't do
actions
is
can be.
your level 3 of lava flow.
Okay. So yeah, because I was gonna attack with.
I mean, you
Which would
could
set it
do
to
that and force him to burn his possible
card.
potion. I mean, it's he's still got a card. We could try and force the burn
Okay.
on him.
I'll do my level 2 then.
Of lava flow?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a 9 attack. No,
And
not a
you-
9, a 4 attack.
And you need 3 to disable it,
A
right?
4 attack, yeah. Which with one card, I'm not going to have 3 because the max potions on these cards is 2.
Yeah.
I am
Cool.
debating changing the 10s to have 3 potions on them. I think that might be sort of an extra little spice, but I'm not there yet. Anyway, 4 damage. I'm going to take that, and I unfortunately am counterattacking with 0. So, boo. All right. So now it's back to me, and let's see. LJ, hello.
Yeah.
I am
What's up?
going to. What's up with you? I'm going to use my vampiric clutch attack for. Let's see. This is now. This is not right. Hold on. That's.
Oh, wait.
It should be -2 because I lost that one limb. So
Okay.
25. I'm attack. So 19 is what I'm going to be attacking you with.
Does that still 19 because that one limb is disabled?
Yeah, exactly. Because this is still disabled.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
does that attack still gets included in it? Or
I'm not understanding. I'm sorry. So I have 25 attack strength. I subtract 6 because that's disabled.
Okay,
That's
okay.
19. So I'm attacking with 19.
Okay,
I
so
got
what
some-
was I supposed to?
I got
Roll
some
on the
extra
dice.
attack strengths and stuff
yeah,
along the
no,
journey.
I remember you got the boost. I forgot about the boost.
So what was I supposed to roll on this dice?
The disable. That's the only time
Okay.
you want to get the roll the disable because then that would be the
Oh,
miss,
okay.
but
All right.
you didn't.
Yeah,
get
so
that.
I missed.
Okay.
Yep. So you dealt 19 to me. All right.
19 damage if you're gonna take it. Yes.
Cool. I
You're
should
still
have.
alive.
I should have just hit him with that 25. Let me see. That puts me
Well,
at
if he has a not today, he could have blocked it.
like 6.
That's right. Keep that in
Mhm.
mind. I may be saving my trump card.
He probably is.
Oh. You wait till I play all of my cards. All right?
Dustin, I hate that you're staying on
Going
5 cards. I
down.
hate that so much.
I've been saving them for a rainy day, and it is storming.
Oh, it is 100% storming.
6 HP is still better than 1 HP. So I'm.
And
Well, here's
that's true.
yeah.
And then you counterattack me for 4, so I take 4 damage.
Nice. Okay.
But before I do that, so that's I take half of that back as life because I have vampiric clutch, so half of 19, so I take
Oh.
10 life,
Oh no!
and then I take 4 counter damage. All
Okay.
right.
Hits you almost right back where we had you.
All right. So now it is. So that was me attacking Vampire Clutch. So now it's back to Valendro.
Yep. So his cling to life is gone.
Yep.
He's down to one card. We are forcing that counter.
What?
Using that special, the second kitchen sink.
How many of these do you have?
I had two, remember? I had to pull it back because he did hunker down.
That's right. That's right.
So that second kitchen sink was just waiting. So again, speed times 2, that's 52, good sir.
And if he didn't do it on this turn, even if you cannot today this, you will not survive my move.
So, good sir.
All right, fine. I have to use my last one to try to survive. And so, but you don't have any cards now, Valendro.
I have no more cards. I have no potion to push that.
This is it.
So it falls to you, Dustin.
Okay, so we're going to Battle Rage.
Oh my gosh.
And since you have no defense, let's just take you out. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, I should I have rolled dice for my amplify?
Oh yeah, so everyone that has fire can roll amplify.
Well, when I threw out my water.
I have
Oh yeah. Actually, so yeah,
sink.
let's go back. Let's reverse the tape back. So yeah, everyone that has water, go ahead and roll for an amplify, or roll for a die, I should say.
Okay, yeah, I had 2 of them. So, not the bag.
How do I take one out?
Just draw one out. I locked the bag. Sorry about that.
2, right?
What was that? You get to roll 2. Yes,
I am water, so I roll 2 dice.
You roll 2 exactly, and an extra one for having each of every element type. So you'll roll 3, Dustin.
Okay, so I got an augment and +2. What's that mean?
Where are you? I'm sorry.
I rolled mine right next to them.
Oh, okay. So you pick which one. You pick which one you want. So you can take +2 to HP, or you can draw an amplify card.
I will draw an amplify card.
Okay. So it's from this stack right there.
So a disable just means I got nothing, right?
Yeah, you actually have to disable one of your limbs. So So you can take and disable whichever of your limbs you want with that.
Okay.
And I pick one of these that I want to keep?
Correct. You pick one of them.
How long does it disable last?
Through the battle.
Okay.
Since it doesn't matter, I'll just give myself 2 HP here because I'm still playing my turn.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
how dare you?
I mean, I picked up an extra card, so I can now counter his counter.
Isn't it great for all of you? Okay. So who put this 5 down? I'm not sure what this is.
I just put that down. That's the counter to your counter because I drew the other potion.
Oh.
What?
Because I used the water amplify.
The previous he attacked for 50 something. You dispelled, and now he's countering that.
Oh, and then you drew.
He's dispelling your dispel.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Well then.
What really happened is he wanted the kill shot. He just robbed me of my kill shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, you can certainly have the kill shot. I'll let you have that. I just wanted to make sure we were.
Yes, you could have done that. Yeah. That's true. You could have done that. All right. So
we got 2 kill shots on.
Hold on. I can still roll 2 die for that. It
was
battle rage.
Oh, for the battle rage?
Yeah, I mean, Justin, if you're still doing the battle rage, it depends on who's doing what. If you guys want to go forward with Valendro getting the kill shot, then we're done. If we want to have Dustin try to get the kill shot, everyone who has fire limbs gets to roll. So, which would you guys like to do? And Val, you're the tiebreaker, so you essentially get to decide.
Just kill him. Kill him.
Yeah. I'll take the kill shot. 52 damage.
I'm not so prideful for. I'll say no. Let me do it, and then he rolls a lucky die and gets a whole nother round of turns.
Right? Come on. Yeah. I want that.
The kitchen sink has been filled.
I forgot this. I forgot this rule that if you pass on a kill shot, the warlord gets his Acolyte back.
Oh
and
yeah.
full
Oh
life.
yeah. I forgot about that. Yes. So, no, but congratulations, guys. You have defeated the warlord. You've rescued your parents, and Galmany is restored to a peaceful, peace, restored to peace.
Now, I do want to say, Francisco,
Yes.
had you used your Acolyte
my
on your turn
acolyte?
to use that same hunker down,
Uh-huh.
your Acolyte, sorry. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potions and a not today card that I was ready to use to just like nope,
To just-
we are attacking you.
To just
You
duel
will
it out
not
with
use
him.
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was storing those up, man. I was ready to take them out.
Nice.
That's great.
Or force through a rage if he countered a rage. Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys. Good job winning Junkyard Juggernauts.
Even with the hunker down, I had a feeling we had the possibility there between my second kitchen sink and his 6 cards in hand.
Well, so given this, I think hunker down is just you have one opportunity to dispel it at the beginning in this type of situation. And then after that, it's just there unless I choose a different action because, yeah, you guys were able to just
and
essentially
yeah.
overwhelm, which I think that's fair. I mean, there's 3 versus 1. You should have the greater chance.
Right.
But in that case, I want the warlord to have as much survivability as possible. So.
Exactly. And even then, if you get enough of those, like I had that shocking grasp, I was able to dispel a couple of your limbs with other abilities, or I don't remember what all actual amplifiers are out there. So if other amplifiers are played to disable more limbs, it can force you to take another action and not use hunker down in order to repair limbs.
Exactly.
So I think there's a way to still force through that hunker down if the players have time to build up.
Yeah.
So in a way, it is very OP, but not overly.
Yeah, exactly. Dale says, I'm glad you're not playing with Voltron. Yeah. Here's the glory mongers. Cheers to all you guys. Okay. So thank you guys so much for playtesting Junkyard Juggernauts. I'm going to send you.
Fun.
Awesome. I'm going to send you a link to Google Doc to fill out. Valendro and Dustin, it'll be a lot of the same questions as before, but your experience may change. So by all means, certainly don't feel like it has to be the same answers as what you had before. But right now, we can take just a few minutes. You could take more if you guys want. It's whoever's on your time. Thank you for giving 3 hours to this. I'm glad we finished within the 3 hours. That was awesome. So glad that happened for a 4-player game. Any of you guys can give me any sort of general feedback, specific feedback. It's sort of open to you guys, whatever you want to share.
I mean, right off the gate, I'm going to say I definitely appreciate a lot of these changes. I like a lot of what's happening because I played, I don't know if it was the very first round, but one of the first rounds on Geek Devotions channel that we shared. And yeah, it definitely seemed like it was just way too quick. Warlords revealed in 1 or 2 turns, and we had to figure out how others would even get into the fight. I definitely think there was a lot of good build up to this, a lot of time to either rush forward and do something like that if we want to just force it, or take time to, like I saw some of the items on there, I was able to notice, okay, my player can use speed. Let me get the ability and let me get that +5 to speed card, the port powers. I was able to amplify myself and just really enhance things and take time to strategize. So having the ability to do that, but also the option so it can be played either way, I think is amazing. That's really awesome.
Awesome. Very cool. Oh, and before we continue with feedback, I want to take quick screenshots of the board and everyone who got to play. So let me take a screenshot of this. And also something that I didn't really comment on this time. Okay, I got that. If you look at, you may have wondered this, and I forget if I mentioned this when we played Dustin or Valendra before, but for each of your Juggernauts, they all have a unique name to them. And you sort of tell this by the little words that are in the corners of the arm cards and whatnot. So for instance, LJ, your Juggernaut's name, the torso is Twig, but the sort of the call sign of your Juggernaut is a breeze type Ember Volcano. So that's what you sort of ended with. A breeze type Ember Volcano. Valendro, you got the Gale rank Crushing Shark. Nom 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 nom. Dustin, are you able to tell what you got?
I got the Sierra type Death Phoenix. Let's go.
Jeez.
Death Phoenix.
Death Phoenix.
That's a legit name.
Watch Valendro do all the heavy lifting.
Hey, I was the Crushing Shark, okay?
Yeah. But essentially there's like 50,000 combinations. So that's something that I imagine, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the concept of box topping, where you write the winners on the inside of the box cover, or having a sheet for that.
It's kind of like your name for like your loadout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So whoever wins, you can write down what your loadout was and your name.
That's cool.
So
I found how to get the icons back as the game's over now. If you right click, you get a little wheel there. Hide interface, help, camera view. I guess hid the interface.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, so that's what all those were. Okay, so yeah, back to feedback. So thank you, Val, Dustin, or LJ, if you have anything, or Val, anything else.
I liked. I don't think this wasn't a change. Well, I think you did change it. The first time I played, the Acloit didn't get a move with the Warlord. It was just they were together.
Yeah.
And I think you could use any of the abilities, but it wasn't Warlord then Acloit. Acolyte. I mean, I keep saying Acloit. Acolyte. So I did like that. Added an extra element of the Warlord's tough.
Yeah.
And I think it also makes it imperative now that we don't rush through the game, because I know the first time we played, we were like, oh, we do have the ability to take a city. Oh, we found the Warlord and just go at him and get him there. But I think knowing that now the Acolyte gets a move, it takes more into account. Hey, we better build our deck. We better get some better weapons, especially if you have a 2 as an arm strength. I did. Just there's more stake in doing quests and freeing cities than just going for the Warlord right away.
I think the learning curve is pretty good, because I was able to pick up on most, this like single run we did. And at first it's kind of like, when you first look at something, there's a lot of symbols and a lot of things here. But like once we started playing, and once I kind of observed a little more, and then I started making moves, I was like, okay, like, so I really do. I like the learning curve. I think it's solid.
Awesome. I'm curious and this is a question I think I've asked you guys before, but in case not, what is the most complicated board game? I think LJ, you said you don't play a lot of board games, but what's the most complicated board game you've played that you've enjoyed? Because that'll help me gauge, like, because if you're like a Twilight Imperium fan, which is like a 7-hour 4X game, and you're saying, oh, this game was very simple, it's like, okay, yeah, but you're used to those type of games, versus if you only play Sorry and you're saying this is way too complex, then I'm like, well, okay, but you're used to Sorry. So I'm just curious to help me gauge feedback. Not saying that your feedback's any less valuable or more valuable, but I'm curious, what is the most complicated board game you tend to play that you also enjoy?
Marvel Zombies. It's a Zombicide spinoff.
I'd say that's from the Zombicide. Yeah, no, I
never played Zombicide.
I actually invested in the original board game along with their like limited edition bonus characters, and then I moved and it got lost in the move.
Oh no! I never heard of Zombicide, but I did the Kickstarter for Marvel Zombies, and it took almost 2 years for that thing to actually come and get shipped out.
Yeah.
But I did it and played it. I played it just on New Year's Eve, and it was fun.
That's awesome.
Really, really fun.
It's really fun. Yeah, those limited edition characters were part of a special Kickstarter backing
okay.
gift, and it was like Chuck Norris and Machete, Danny Trejo as Machete.
Oh, cool.
Like a bunch of characters like that. So
That's awesome.
Disappointing. I don't have that anymore. But, yeah, no, there's a couple games like that. Zombicide. There's a couple of other board games. A friend of mine is big in kickstarting board games, and so we've played a few.
Oh, cool.
That names don't come to mind at the moment.
Yeah,
And then, of course, I do like Dungeons and Dragons and some of the other stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that can be made simple or made more complicated.
Yeah.
So I have a pretty extensive background with Tabletop.
Very cool. LG, did you say what board game that's complicated that you like? If there
I don't really I can't think of anything like super complicated.
Okay.
I mean, I can think of stuff that's complicated I've tried that I didn't have fun with, like because I guess I would consider this almost like a deck builder kind of. There was one I reviewed because for Geeks Under Grace because I was like the one who had like the most Scott Pilgrim knowledge, and they have like a Scott Pilgrim deck builder, and that was like overly complicated because like I was trying to learn it with a friend or whatever. But so like that's one where I was just like, oh, I have no idea. That handbook was full of stuff, but
gotcha.
Like this one is not. It's not overwhelming at all. Like like. I think the learning curve is pretty good. Like I said before, awesome. The one I did play a lot recently with my buddy Caleb, who goes by Space Hawk in North Carolina. We played a lot of Unmatched, and that game is more of just moving around the board and stuff like that and things, and like learning how to use a lot of like event stuff, kind of in a similar way about like matching that attack and defense kind of thing. That game is super fun. I enjoy that a lot. But I guess in a similar way, the Scott Pilgrim, cards and build things to take down all the evil X's and stuff like that. So like I guess that's my best frame of reference for something like this because my knowledge is limited. Yeah. But I do like how like there is like it may take a second, but there is like a simplicity to understanding everything. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything I would ask that's not like on the questionnaire. I guess I don't think this is on there. Is there any rule that having played through, you're still like, it still eludes you? You're like, I don't get what this is, why that's there, what I'm supposed to do type of rule.
I wouldn't say that eludes me, but I would say one thing that we all kind of kept forgetting and having to go back and was the dice rolling.
Okay.
And I can understand, like you said, putting that in there to make sure people get bonuses or the people who aren't in the battle have something they could possibly do. But I mean, it is just like an extra step, and so it's not necessarily a negative, but also not necessarily a positive.
It could probably be easy to forget or miss.
Yeah. Like we forgot it a lot throughout there. And then it is, like I said, just extra steps because you have to remember, we played this card, now roll dice on top of all the other mechanics and everything. So it's,
That's totally fair. I mean, ideally, I think what would help with that the most is having a die that's colored to each element. And so if you have, let's say, I'll use LJ's for an example. He has a wind, water, and 2 fire. So he would take a purple die, a blue die, and 2 red die. And so that you can see, okay, there's a red card out. Okay, I just roll these die because that's what I have. As opposed to like, okay, how many die I roll? The problem with that is production-wise, I'd have to have like 40 die. And that's way too many.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's anything you need to change.
I mean, you ever played Shadowrun? That's nothing. No, and I'm not even saying anything like that. Like that, not necessarily color coding the dice, just. And I don't even think it's possible, but some way of streamlining that to just like make it more. Oh, we put this card down. We need to roll these dice, or maybe changing it to a different system that's not dice, or I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't think there is necessarily a way to change that. But again, I don't know if it's something that needs to be there. It does add things. You get to add attack or health.
It does add an extra element of...
Yeah, the chance to draw a card or do a potion, which could both help or hinder either side of that. It adds a more gambling mechanic to it. But I don't know if it necessarily needs to be there. And it is a mechanic that we kept forgetting to use quite often. So
that's totally fair.
And like I said, take that with a grain of salt. It can go either way. I'm not a negative, not a positive.
No.
It's just kind of a neutral.
It's good to get sort of feedback like that. So yeah, I appreciate all your guys' feedback.
The movement is like the landmarks. That's kind of, it took me a minute to pick up on that. So like when you move across the map, is that what it is? It's all the landmarks?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
I do think, Francisco, you suggested potentially making the 10 power card a 3 potion. I think that'd be nice. Put some more strategy with the 10 card, and do you switch it out into your hand and give your bot, your juggernaut, a couple more speed or a couple more power, or use that knowing that hey, I can play this one card and negate a pretty awesome move if we're going back and forth and over and over again.
Exactly. Yes.
So I like having that as a 3.
Awesome. Hey, Boss Brown, yo, Brodo, how you doing? Min says I have been really busy. Hopefully, chat probably soon. Can't wait to test out the card game. Awesome, boss. That'd be fantastic. Thank you, Dustin. Yeah, I think that would add an extra element of strategy and like, okay, how do I want to use this? Was there? Let me ask this, because this is the last question I'll ask for you guys. And if there's anything more you want to say, then that's fine. Was there anything in the game that you wanted to do but felt like you couldn't do? Like, I don't know, like that's sort of open-ended, but was there anything that I wish I could do this? Not because there was, well, even if a rule kept you from doing it, but thematically you thought, I should be able to do this thing. Was there anything like that for any of you?
Potentially helping out a buddy if you're on the same spot.
Okay.
For example, I did think, I was very thankful that Valandro had the ability to fight with his legs. Because if he didn't, he was screwed.
Yeah.
But I was thinking in my hand, I'm like, oh, repair your limb, repair your limb, repair your limb. So maybe like, oh, on my turn, I could play a card, be like, hey, I'm going to play a card to repair one of his arms, and now I'm going to attack you. That sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, because like I said, if he didn't have the ability to fight with his legs, we honestly, he would just be sitting there like, well, I'm going to use cards to dispel whatever you throw at me. Otherwise, he's just dead.
Yeah. Buddies.
I will say I never felt pressured to do it, or like felt like to make choices or to do certain things. Like when I took that quest, I was like, okay, shit, do I have to do this necessarily? Like, I was like, I'm not gonna take that card, or I'm not do anything, especially like when both of my limbs were already like, the way I wanted it too. So I was like, I didn't want to take anything out. And then I do like how, like you guys were saying, like, oh, the first there was an urgency, or you guys fought the warlord really quick. I do like how there is that option. It does feel like a low pressure kind of like experience. Like you can kind of plan out what you want to do before you even have to like go for it. So I think that's
right.
Awesome.
I remember last time when we played again, it was one of the first play tests, so we just kind of and it was a thing where me and Dallas never even got the chance to get to the fight, essentially.
Oh. I had forgotten,
it was a fairly fast game. And so the one thing, like, I really appreciated the mech building. And in this case, the mech building has gotten more detailed with the strategy of what the cities help provide, what your card abilities are. I definitely felt like I had much more of an option to enhance my mech and customize it this time. Which I did have last time, and that was kind of one of my favorite parts about the game last time. I still appreciate that that's there, and that's been enhanced.
Awesome.
But I actually got to participate in the fight, because we waited. The Warlord also got more things. They were able to build up more. And I had the option to do those mega attacks and, actually felt like I was making an effect in the fight.
Yeah.
So I definitely do like that change, like how that would happen.
Awesome. Fantastic. Anything else, guys? This has been great feedback. Thank you so much. Oh, you know what I forgot? There is a Francisco always wins mechanic. So the Warriors come back and just does a nuke to all of you. So sorry, I actually won. I know it's surprising. But.
Are you a dang predator? You just self-destruct and like kill anybody?
Exactly. Yes, that's what happened. No, okay.
So. To throw people off on tabletop, it could have been like, oh, just take that. Like, oh, guess what? Now you have no idea how many cards I have. What?
So let me make you guys all the winners of this. Confirm results. Good job.
Yay.
Awesome.
Now I have 11 cards, so intimidating.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you guys again so much. Thank you everyone who is watching. Boss Brown, Fredaz, Dale. I know Bob was here for a second. Age of Origin. Really appreciate you all. Yeah, not my wife because she doesn't. So one of the Kickstarter goals, Ashley is saying, Ashley doesn't really care for board games that much, but God willing, we get this to Kickstarter this year or maybe next. It's the first goal is that she's going to play a game. So, and I can stream it. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Not that anyone cares, but it's more.
I care.
I know.
Let's see. Any other? Okay. I think I already asked you guys. So I think we're done. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, that'll be it. Have a great day, you guys.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, of course. And I'm going to exit. Okay. All right. And thank you all so much for watching. Safe man, laters, Boss Brown. Hopefully your busyness doesn't continue too much, but appreciate you. Let me turn that off. And Dale says, whose game was it anyway? Where the wins doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. They matter. They matter a lot. Close room. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you. If you have any thoughts or feedback, feel free to email me. If you want to be on the mailing list, I have a goal. I'm not saying what the goal is right now. Maybe I should say. Actually, I need to think about what my goal is. I know what my long-term goal is. I need to know what my short-term goals are for building the email list. But that's going to be really the indication of when I go to Kickstarter or not. But yeah, if you have questions, you can sign up there and reach out to me through that email that is sent to you. But I think that's going to be it. So until next time, guys, here's your stream face.